Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. on Friday, May 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 89. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome in. OTB, May 26, 2023. It's Friday, folks. Hope you're going to have a great Friday. Come hang out with us. We'll have a fun show today. Got a SEC tournament to get to, NBA playoffs and whatnot. Final hour, drink some champagne. Hang out, have a good time. Let's set ourselves up for a good summer weekend, right? Hope everybody's set to do something fun this week, and I'm sure we'll explore it all today. Look at this single guy gator chomping. Oh, you missed it. It was on the SEC network. They had like the night shot, and it's like midnight. Everybody's gone. And there's one lone Florida fan just sitting there gator chomping in the back, silhouetted against the darkness. What's up, boys? How's everyone feeling today? Jake, how you feeling?
Glad it's the weekend. Looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to it being Friday today. Weekend vibes already started here. Maybe it didn't start yesterday like they have before in the past.
I had a lot of fun yesterday. I did find it tough to find some motivation this morning a little bit. It's been a bit of a slow starter morning, but what are we going to do? We're going to fake it till we make it, which is a great way to kind of keep your mental health in check, right? To stay positive. Mario, I don't know how good or bad you are at faking it, but you may need some. Where's our mental state at after the Celtics handle your Miami Heat for the second game in a row?
They had my attention for sure. The Celtics have been playing great the last couple of games. They finally look like the Celtics. But Game 6 is in Miami. Still got to win 2 more games. Still not worried. Let's get this bread.
Okay, that was good faking it. that was pretty good faking it. Here's a fun fact. Eric Spoelstra was 13-0 in closeout games in the playoffs in Miami until last year's Game 7 and this year's Game 4. So trying to avoid going, which I think the math is on your side here, obviously, right? Because we're still talking 13-2, but we don't like the way that it's trending necessarily.
Yeah, numbers are definitely still on my side. And for those who don't know, I put a kind of sizable bet on the Heat futures bet not long ago. Got it at really good odds, 15-1. And that's why I'm sweating this so much.
And you've already spent the money, yes or no?
A little bit. I don't know if I've spent the money. Let's say I've already budgeted certain things for my vacation next week, and it'd be great if the Heat would come through.
Come on, Miami. Get it done, dude. Nobody wants Boston to freaking win. Like, I love messing with Mario and watching this, like, slow, anxiety-induced collapse from the outside, but I don't actually want Boston to win. I still hate Boston. And I rewatched the Whose Car Are We Taking scene, and Jeremy Renner isn't a good friend. He's just a violent psychopath. Anybody could have asked Jeremy Renner, I need you to hurt someone. And Jeremy Renner would have been like, okay, yeah, dude, where are we going?
It wouldn't have been anybody. It was Ben.
I just met you yesterday, but yeah, what are we here? Yes, they were about to leave, and Jeremy Renner turns around and just starts shooting the guy in the legs. And then shows him his face. He's like, you see my face? Good, I see yours.
Yeah, he's letting him know.
Yeah, exactly. He's a psychopath.
Sounds a lot like Derek White last night.
All I'm saying is Jeremy Renner would not, it wasn't as much of a good friend move as it was. He just wanted to do wanton violence.
I don't know. Maybe 80-20.
Whose call are we taking? He like grabs a gun. Ben's like, I didn't tell you to grab a gun. No, don't worry, I got it, Bob.
That's about to be the most popular movie in Boston if the Celtics come back.
If they win, the town is, I mean, it is true. Like, I would love a little, like, fun, economic fun fact study to see, like, did digital rentals go up? Like, has streaming gone up? Like, has every game the Celtics win, is there a direct correlation with the rise of the town? Which Joe Mazzulla is probably the most fascinating part about this series to me, Jake, because, like, 2 days ago, everybody thought he sucked. Like it wasn't just that he was okay or getting out coached. He was a joke. Like he sucked. Eric Spoelstra was on a different level. His watching of the town 4 times a week was a joke and a meme and a sign of someone who is dumb and over their head. Ime Udoka should have never been fired. And now 2 days later, Joe Mazzulla's like good again. I think it's very funny how in a sport like basketball, a lot of the talking heads, and I guess just the name of any of these beasts, but seem to draw such sweeping conclusions that can change just based off of a couple of 48-minute results.
Well, that's what ESPN does.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
That is what we like in studio. Like if we had it, thank goodness we don't. But if we had it on, that's what the headlines look like, and they try to flip it. And then I'm sure LeBron's legacy comes into the conversation somewhere in between. But that's just what they want you to do. I mean, you lost a couple basketball games. Now you've won a couple. You figured some things out. So when you look at the coach and you look at him, and like how many times did we see the Jimmy Butler knocked him out of the Big East tournament pictures? Like over and over again. I mean, they were coming after this man from every single angle because he played at West Virginia. Obviously, Jimmy played at Marquette. And, if he wins the series, then they'll act like they never said that, and he'll be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. So we won't know by Monday, potentially, right? But not for sure, right? Because all we'll get is a Saturday game over the weekend. Okay.
Yes, Saturday in Miami.
We don't have a show Monday, so.
We're off Monday. Okay, so we will know then by Tuesday. We will definitely know Mario's fate and whether or not he'll be able to have as much fun in Miami as he wants to. It all hinges.
Oh, that was a nervous laugh.
Yeah, it was a very nervous laugh.
That was a nervous laugh.
It all hinges on the Miami Heat getting it done. Taylor, you said you wanted to spend the whole hour talking about the Boston Celtics. Can't imagine why someone from Livingston Parish would love the Celtics so much. I mean, there's a couple things I could think of, but why do you want to spend the whole hour talking about it? Why do you love the Celtics so much?
Oh, I do not like the Celtics at all. I would rather the Miami Heat win this series. I would just like to take a jab at Mario. I think next segment we rank the top 10 Celtics of all time.
Yes. Kevin McHale.
The fact that you didn't start with Bill Russell or Larry Bird.
Or Larry Bird, yeah.
No, Kevin McHale and Bob Pettit is where I start.
Nah, we had this talk already. Number 1, Derek White. Number 2, Brian Scalabrine. Then y'all's list starts.
Big Baby?
Big Baby, number 3.
Yeah, Big Baby.
Then y'all's list starts.
For my personal favorite Celtics of all time, I was a big fan of chubby Antoine Walker. I felt like he was great for body positivity in the NBA. It's kind of the crown that Kyle Lowry now carries. But
that guy, Jesus.
There's no way that Antoine Walker's body should have been able to hang in the NBA like he did, Jake. But he did. Legend of the game there.
Kyle Lowry this series, by the way, 5 points, 5 points, 7 points, 0 points, 15 points in one game.
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry hasn't been good in like 2 years, right?
Yeah,
like in that kind of known with Kyle Lowry.
I guess, but he's a starter making $28 million. It would be nice if he had more than 5 points. Like you're relying on the bench, which is a bunch of undrafted guys, and they've been awesome. But Kyle Lowry's been the opposite of awesome.
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry kind of gave up after Kawhi carried him to the championship, though, right?
Well, I don't know if he gave up or if just like he just kind of. Just got old.
Like, whatever. I've won my ring. I'm older now.
He got a ring. He's older. His body type, while I love it, he's a thick boy with a big booty. I don't know if that's a very conducive body type to extending your career, like, very, very long. Now, he's already had a very, very long and very good career, right? But, like, I guess I don't think it takes anything as insidious as him being checked out to see what's happening these last couple of years. Like he could be working just as hard as he ever. No, granted, I feel you. Like you win a championship, there's probably some subconscious lightening of the foot on the pedal, right? You're definitely more content than you've been. But like I don't find it terribly hard to understand how he's kind of arrived where he's at currently in his career.
You mentioned his body. If you're a big man with that body type, you can lean into people. He's a guard. So he can't do that either. So it's like you mentioned Antoine Walker. It's way harder for a guy like Kyle Lowry, who's what, 6'2"?
Yeah, he's not big, but again, shout out body positivity. We love Kyle Lowry here on the show. Look, the bottom line is, Mar, even though I'm messing with you, I am actually cheering for you. I do hate the Celtics. I hate the city of Boston. I don't want them to have any more happiness. They don't deserve any more happiness, and I definitely don't want them to take money out of your pocket before your trip down to Miami.
Yeah, consider how obnoxious their fans are going to be. Everybody's comparing it to the Red Sox and the Yankees in, 04?
Yeah. I mean, that's already it's already heating up. That was awesome.
I don't love that. I hope it does not happen. The Celtics fans will be freaking insufferable.
Big Papi, dude. How do you become an immortal?
I was at LSU, and I was a freshman, and Marucci had given a couple of Marucci bats to Maney and a couple of different people. And so, that was the first team where the Marucci bat was in the MLB. And that was a lot of fun to watch them come back and Jack's bats be.
That's probably the most random factoid in Louisiana, besides LSU's head trainer creating baseball bats like all the MLB players would use. But yes, one of the prime items in Jack's office back in the day was the CB23. They were the custom Manny Ramirez Boston Red Sox bats, and CB stood for Curse Breaker.
Yep.
He literally made Curse Breaker 23 bats for Manny Ramirez that he actually broke the Boston Red Sox curse with. That's just really weird to think that the LSU football trainer, that's where it originated out of, was that the football ops building right there on the Ponderosa. It makes absolutely no sense, but it is cool as hell. Seeing that bat in person was really, really cool back in the day. All right, so best of luck to you, Mario, this week. And just know that we are actually riding with you. I know I'm messing with you, and I'm love watching the panic. Really, the only big winner here is the NBA because they avoided the dreaded 9-day drought that they were staring down until the finals started. It's now terribly interesting to talk about because we love a good collapse.
You do.
The brand of Boston is always strong, and now it's carrying on. So yeah. It's a shout out to Adam Silver and the NBA. They are the real winners today. LSU was not a winner yesterday, unfortunately, over there in Hoover. But coming up next, we'll kind of get into it and talk about it. How did it go down the way that it did? Does it actually matter? All this and more next on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Get Gordon and get it done. You need somebody who's going to fight for you in the courtroom. You want to get Gordon McKernan injury attorneys, okay? Been fighting for the justice of his clients for a long time now. 225-888-8888. But also giving back to the community. We mentioned all the money raised for Turner awareness and the Kim Mulkey Shopping Spree giveaway, which was fantastic recently. You had a bunch of the athletes from the Gordon McKernan G team with the Miracle League the other day playing, giving kids who deal with disabilities the opportunity to play their favorite sports. It's a really cool moment. You go check out all the videos if you go to @GetGordon, wherever you find social media. It's also a great place to check out other giveaways that they're doing, but also some of the video stuff, like the Grubwood G series where he sits down and talks to your favorite athletes. Look, the bottom line, you need someone to fight for you. You want Gordon McKernan. Injury attorneys, 225-888-8888.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Get 3.99% financing at Corval Toyota in Opelousas on select 2023 models. We also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Happy Town, USA.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
The world's leaders in obesity research, obesity medicine, and obesity science are right here.
We're doing something that no one's ever done, or trying to answer a question that no one's ever asked before.
Pennington is a real jewel when it comes to research.
We are finding the solutions to the world's worst chronic disease, which is obesity. Louisiana needs Pennington Biomedical.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart...
Hey, it's Hunt. I'm out on Friday, but Taylor Sharp's in the captain's chair. He'll talk Saints with Ross Jackson and go to Hoover to chat with Mark Etheridge on the SEC baseball tournament. See you on Tuesday. Hunt Palmer Show weekdays on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yeah, they can feel good. I understand.
So when you saw me going out, wheeling this massive chair in here, hitting the door, getting it just right, adjusting the chair, now you want to stand up.
I didn't think about it. And then I just stood up and I was like, actually, this feels more comfortable now. I'm sick of sitting down. I've been sitting down all week, bro.
I mean, so have I with you.
No, I mean like just in like life. Like I haven't been able to I just, haven't been able to work out. I feel like Jabba the Hutt over here. I feel like I'm just slowly turning into a serving of the Cajun Hebert fries from the cannon.
Pizza the Hutt's a better character.
My nipples are the roast beef debris. And I'm just as tasty. But unfortunately, my self-confidence is a little down. So, yeah, I think we'll try. Maybe I'll stand. Maybe I'll end up hurting. I'll go back soon. We'll see. It feels good for now, though. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. OTB. Hope you're getting set up for a great Friday. We got some baseball to watch this afternoon. LSU against the little Bubble Boys, Texas A&M. I don't really care about this tournament at this point. I don't want to lose to the Bubble Boys, okay? It's the stupidest tradition in all of sports, and I normally love weird college tradition, but the bubble blowing has got to go. And I just, again, will not accept.
I mean, they stole that from West Ham.
A loss to A&M. Well, you know what? Hey, West Ham, when was your last EPL championship? Huh? Tell me.
They never won one.
Exactly. Okay? Coincidence? I think not. We'll get into A&M, though, but before we do that, let's talk a little bit about yesterday's game. LSU, Arkansas, Paul Skeens, Hagen Smith, a matchup for the ages. Now, really, though, a matchup that both coaches kind of knew what the deal was. For about an hour there, Jake, we were just treated to a simply phenomenal pitching duel, right? I mean, it was so much fun watching Smith and Skeens chop it up. And then in the fourth, both ended up getting in a little trouble. Both have on, strict pitch counts. For Smith, it was 75 on the dot. I think Skeens actually ended up getting pushed around 80 after that absurd, nearly 40 pitch fourth. But I guess the point of it is you got a taste of what this matchup could be like if you end up seeing each other in Omaha or somewhere down the road. But you did get a truncated sort of fake version in that you would not have taken Hagen Smith out there with the bases loaded when they took him out in 2 outs. You would not have taken Paul Skeens out there with the bases loaded with 2 outs, right? So in my mind, once Smith was out of the game, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. That was fun. Now let's just see where the rest of this goes. It does become more frustrating, though, Jake. And when I officially checked out the game was after the catcher interference. Not because it was the wrong call. It was the right call, right? But to have it go down that way where it looks like Riley Cooper's got the big out, you're off the field, it's going to be tied to 2-2, you're completely fine. And then for everybody to be in the dugout, call everybody back out. Yeah. And then, of course, and then you got one of the best hitters in the country up right now. And what does he do? Of course, he comes through. All of a sudden, it's 5-2. And at that point, I was like, okay, whatever. I washed my hands of this game. It's just such an annoying break to happen. It's, again, the right call. But just I didn't care about the game after that.
When you look at what LSU even gave up, and I know some of this is the way Arkansas plays baseball, but you didn't give up an extra base hit.
Yeah.
Right? You gave up 6 singles. So, it's one of those losses where it can be frustrating, but also it can be like, hey, there's 2 plays, there's 3 plays here that if we had those plays back, we're going to be able to go out there and win the game. And so it's a weird situation because of what we talked about yesterday and how much desire you have to go out there and push to the final pitch to try to get the win. Obviously, what you're talking about, both pitchers coming out, it was kind of like the air was let out of the game.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It was incredible up to that point. They were both cruising. It was a true duel. And then it was just, okay, whatever.
But there's a lot of positives to take away from this for LSU. And I think the biggest positive, a couple of positives, getting Trey Morgan on track. He was locked in yesterday. Hayden Travinski continues to just be incredibly just on fire. I mean, what he's doing at the plate right now, that was not something you were expecting even a month ago, 6 weeks ago.
This man went 4 of 4 in a game that featured Hagen Smith and Hunter Holland. That is incredibly tough to do. Shout out Hayden Travinski.
So those are some big positives. Riley Cooper.
Massive positive.
What he gave you.
Yeah.
Arkansas's plan was to beat Paul Skeens. And it's like they put all their attention into that. And they talked about it after the game, what they wanted to do, what they wanted to do as far as what the count was and getting to him early and not allowing him to get 2 strikes and, obviously devastating pitches that he can give you to strike you out. And so, that was their plan. And it felt like once Paul Skeens went out of the game, they didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
It's like all their focus and all their prep was on Paul Skeens, not to take anything away from what Riley Cooper did. But that's encouraging, though, for LSU because you're looking for someone you can trust out of the bullpen. You could trust him a year ago. There's been times you could not trust him this year, but now.
Sorry, I was trying to mute this.
There is something about me and co-hosting with people.
I was trying to mute this because I heard it going off, and then I actually hit the one button that would actually make
Bobby has
more
a
noise.
320 alarm that goes off every day during the show.
Not 420, 320. It would have random.
420 Eastern. So yeah.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, Jay.
I forgot, sorry. Anyways.
We were just talking about how you. Like you said, everything was put into Paul Skeens, and credit to Arkansas because they had a good plan, right? Through 3 innings, it wasn't working at all, but it worked like a gym that 4th. I've never seen a team string together back-to-back singles against Paul Skeens this year. I've never seen a team work counts against him in the way that they were, getting him up to 40 pitches in that 4th.
Yeah, it was them not swinging and missing. They were fouling pitches off. They had a plan every single time they stepped in the box. We have not seen that. And again, it was 6 singles that Arkansas got, but it was when they got them. Obviously, the catcher's interference was the biggest play in the game. A couple of other plays. In that same inning, you would have been out of the inning. Obviously, you have a back pick there. You have the guy out. Jordan Thompson wasn't able to hold on to the ball. Yeah. That run scores. And then Hayden Travinski, one of the few mistakes he's made in the last 6 weeks. He goes too far off third base. A hell of a play by Arkansas. They throw it back, tag him out. That's probably a run for LSU as well.
Yeah, so there's definitely there are things to be upset about if you really want to. Again, I'm not overly concerned with it. I said it yesterday. I care about the individual performances, but the results from here on out are a bit of lagniappe. You weren't going to push Paul Skeens to 100 pitches, even in the 80-plus that he hit. I thought that was a bit more than what I expected, but I think the 4th inning went a little more sideways than people expected. Here's a fun Paul Skeens stat. There's only the 2nd time this year that Skeens has loaded the bases. To give you an idea of just how incredible he has been. Only the 2nd time this season that people have managed to get 3 on him. But I mean, in the end, Jake, I actually come out of this feeling really, really good.
You've played 2 games and you've used 4 pitchers.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the main thing was the Riley Cooper performance, right? Ends up being 4 1/3, 2 hits, 7 Ks, no runs. You now have 3 awesome performances in between Thatcher Hurd, Nate Ackenhausen, and Riley Cooper. This is exactly the type of form that you wanted to see entering these playoffs. So I'm very buoyed by that. You mentioned Hayden Travinski, buoyed by that. Paul Skeens is going to be great no matter what, whenever he is. So there was really nothing on the line there. And then again, yes, you lose 5-4, but you lose 5-4 to one of the best teams in the country, and it's because of a pretty fluky sequence of events. Again, that catcher interference was the right call, but it sucks. And that maybe, I mean, I've never seen it go down exactly like that, right? So, like, if that's the way you're going to lose, whatever. And you know what? For Skeens, that inning, that 4th inning, if he needs to have a struggle and get a 40-pitch inning out of him, now's the time to do it, right? When you're in Hoover and nothing really matters. So it's all good, man. I actually come out of it feeling better than I did going in yesterday because of everything that I just talked about. And the only thing that is making me care a ton about today's result, besides when I see individual performances, is I just really loathe A&M. Just really, like, especially after football. And granted, look, you already beat him in the series this year, so what does it actually matter? But, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to be a source of Texas A&M happiness, no matter the cost. I don't want A&M fans to walk around happy and proud because they eliminated LSU from Hoover for whatever that means. It got to advance to the single elimination semi. So I kind of want today. I want today not from a it matters standpoint, but from a pure pride standpoint. I want to beat the Bubble Boys.
Well, you want to go out there and you want to continue to play the way you're playing, because even in a loss yesterday, there's a lot of things to take from it. So, again, meathead mentality, always more baseball, go out there and win the game. A couple of things, though, that have been encouraging, and obviously the bullpen, we could talk about that. It's been great. You've had 3 guys that are going to be bullpen arms. I mean, Thatcher might have actually, found his way to being the 3rd starter, but he's going to pitch out of the bullpen in a game in the postseason, right? So that's been highly encouraging. And then just seeing some guys start to get going in the lineup as well. Like Travinski's staying hot. Like, that's who he is.
Yeah.
Like, that's who he is. Like, it's been too many series. It's been too long in the season. We know what kind of talent he has. He's never gotten this kind of run before. Like, this is the most extended run that he's ever gotten. Okay, so, like, that being right in the middle of your lineup, not something you were counting on, as we talked about. Trey Morgan going yesterday, Dylan Cruz hitting a home run.
Yeah.
Like, that it might not have affected the game as far as the final score, but getting that guy going to the standard that he has always had in an LSU uniform, that's highly important.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I would imagine, Jake, if you actually looked at the last few games, I bet you Cruz is batting like 380 or something, or like 350. And the only issue is that the strikeouts are a little up, and again, 380 is at 500, right? And so, like, Cruz is still dealing with this weird thing where the reason why we feel like he hasn't been nearly, I mean, I think he has like a 7 or 8 game hitting streak, right? But we're talking about him slumping just because of the specter of who he was earlier on.
I think it's the optics of it as well. I think as patient as he is, as good as his eye is, I think you'd like to see maybe a little bit more
Well, he's
aggression.
striking out more. He's striking out more a little bit right now. Yeah. He's a little, you're right. Yes. He doesn't feel as, it's like we talked to Chipper Jones a couple weeks back. Dylan Cruz for a time there felt like he was completely dictating the terms of engagement. He was in full control 24/7. He feels a little less in control of the situations at times now. Then again, against Hagen Smith and Hunter Holland, not many people are going to feel in control of the situation, unless you're Hayden Travinski, I guess. Going 4-4. Pretty incredible.
I wonder if they face a lefty again. So you have Pearson and Joe Barry in the lineup. I wonder if they would change that because they both struggled yesterday. Would you toy around with the idea, if you want Milazzo behind the dish, putting Trey Morgan back in left? We've seen Hayden Travinski play first.
Yeah.
And that was a midweek game, but we've seen him out there doing that. Would you do that against a lefty so you could get some of the lefties out of the lineup? Trey Morgan handles the bat better against lefties than he does righties. I mean, it's incredible when you look at some of his splits.
I mean, at that point, could you DH Travinsky and play Beloso at first or something?
Well, Beloso's still lefty on lefty. Gosh, you need Bear Jones to find it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday he came in, pinch hit situation, no BGs, raw dog, and I'm like, okay, he's trying some things out, or maybe he's too much in his head. I don't know. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it was just BGs. I don't know. Batting gloves. I don't know. If
everybody knew what BGs was.
Maybe I'm just saying that because I didn't at first. I had to do the math. It took me a second to get there.
When I said no BGs, you know what I meant, right?
I'll be honest, I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah, I told you, bro. I told you, man.
Well,
Mario, did you know?
Baseball.
I know BG is a rapper.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. So.
I don't know who that is. I know one BG.
He was in the Hot Boys with Baby and Lil Wayne and all those guys. BG. He was in jail for a while. Free BG.
Wow.
Think he's out now.
Chat.
No Hot Boys for Bear Jones when he stepped up in the batter's box.
Chat. When I said no BGs, tell me you knew what I meant. Let me know.
Yeah, I thought you.
It's like a baseball thing.
Yeah, I have a. I'm not gonna make that joke actually. No, look. I will say this. Not wearing gloves in sports, one of the most naked feelings you could possibly have. It's so weird. It makes no sense. Like playing football, not wearing gloves feels like you're completely vulnerable, naked out there. When what is a glove actually doing for your hands? Like it's not really doing that much. All right, other SEC tournament news from yesterday. So Florida beats Vandy 6-3. Arkansas beats LSU 5-4. They're now into the single elimination semifinals that will begin tomorrow. Alabama eliminates Auburn 7-4, and A&M eliminates South Carolina, shutting them out, which sets up today's action. So at 3 p.m. Central. Here later, you're going to get LSU A&M, and then after that, you're going to get Alabama Vanderbilt. And obviously, they will move on to play Florida and Arkansas when this goes back to single elimination. So we'll see, man. I'm excited to watch more. I'm excited to watch more baseball. Again, individual performance is what I care about most today, but I really would love to beat A&M. So let's see what ends up happening there. When we get back, more OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. You get on the website, you can check out all the incredible deals. If you're a recent graduate, they got deals for you. If you're a military member, they got year-round deals for you as well. But look, maybe you don't even know exactly what you want. You may go on a new car, on a lease something, maybe a Toyota certified used vehicle. Maybe I'm going on vacation and just need a rental for a few days, okay? It's all there off of Airline Highway for you with the best people and the best selection. So go see them today, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
You can go customize your vehicle right there off Airline Highway. You can do it online, multiple ways to do it. Go in and tell them exactly what you're looking for in that new vehicle, and they'll certainly get it done for you. If you're looking to lease, something T-Bob and I both take advantage of, you can certainly do that online. You can rent online as well. Per day rental prices, everything is available, so no matter if you need something bigger or smaller for your vacation, go rent it today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
Hello, Samantha, dear, I hope you're feeling fine. And it won't be long until I'm with you all the time. But until then, I spend my money up right down on my last dime. Come on, live Baton Rouge. I'm ready, what you put me on through. Gotta send my love down the
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench anytime. Hunt Palmer.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm out on vacation. Musso in the big chair. Terrio in as well. Join us 3 to 6. 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
This one's a miss, Mario. Unfortunately.
Well, he couldn't. I'll back Mario up. He said he couldn't find the edited version, but he wanted to hear it, so this is all he could give.
Okay.
Y'all still got the vocals from me?
Yeah, we did.
I enjoyed it.
What? I don't even know what song we're listening to.
Move Around by BG and Manny Fresh. Song of my people.
You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it if you played the words.
I'm sure I would. It's so weird how that works.
I kind of like the beat, though, like in all seriousness.
So you do?
It's a good beat,
okay,
yeah.
So maybe I'm off base here, boys. I guess I'm in the minority because I don't think I do. But it's okay. It's okay. It's called an opinion. Now, generally, my opinions happen to be the correct ones. Maybe this is one of those rare times in which I am not actually fully and objectively correct. It's kind of hard to think about. Probably not possible. I got a couple of NFL stories that I kind of want to get to. But one thing I want to spend some time with here, and I gotta be completely honest. Here, Taylor, you did a very good job of, I don't know exactly who added this. Who added the Cam Jordan piece in here? So I didn't get past the headline because it's something that I was talking to my old man about yesterday. I have a Cam Jordan passion right now that is overflowing. And it was triggered by something completely random. It was, reading from OTA reports, Jake, and reading that Marshawn Lattimore, Demario Davis, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, all of your stars were not there. A lot of them weren't there. Now, some guys were hurt and they were there, but a lot of them weren't even there at OTAs, weren't even there on the field. You know who was? Cam Jordan. And I guess I just want to take this time to point out that when you're talking about Cam Jordan, I believe you are talking about arguably the most underrated and underappreciated New Orleans Saint potentially of all time. And I do not think that is hyperbolic. When you think about Cam Jordan, this guy is an all-decade team member. He will likely be an Hall of Famer. But the point is, in a day and age of player, load management, players taking it easy, less practice, watching out for yourself, all this, Cam Jordan, what is he? He's been available it doesn't matter. It's not just game day. The guy doesn't miss practice. He doesn't miss voluntary workouts. He doesn't miss OTAs. He is always out there. There were seasons, Jake. He's still in the 80s. There were seasons where he was playing over 90% of the snaps. Definitely starting every game, but played over 90% of the total snaps on the season, and yet still out there grinding on Wednesday practice, Thursday practice. He's always been underpaid. He's never held out. He's just taken whatever pretty good deal they threw his way. He's had maybe the most iconic team pictures of all time when you look at how he's changed his hair, his facial hair. He's got this incredible, just overflowing personality. He's not even from here. He's a Cali boy, and yet I think he should be the greatest Saint of the Peyton and Breeze era. And obviously, I'm not including Breeze era because it's called the Peyton and Breeze era. But even then, you maybe could because even Breeze came from San Diego, right? Cam Jordan has been Saint since day one. And all he's done is kick ass at a Hall of Fame level while never missing any plays, any practice, any games. At a time when Mike Thomas hasn't played in 3 years, okay? And yet, what do? We talk about Mike Thomas. We talk about Alvin Kamara. We talk about Drew Brees and Derek Carr. Why? Because Cam Jordan's dominance is boring because it's so consistent. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes this morning to highlight the incredible warrior consistency of Cameron Jordan. Show some freaking respect, y'all.
I would agree with you. I think he would be like the president of the underappreciated New Orleans Saints club. Vice president, Wayne Martin maybe. You have Joe Horn in there. Pierre Thomas would be in there. But none of those players, even Wayne Martin, he was dominant. They don't have the stats and everything that you just laid out for Cam. Like being on the all-decade team, that sets you apart from a lot of people.
Yes.
Like that puts you in, hey, you might be wearing a gold jacket one day territory. Yep. And if he continues, say he plays like he's been playing for 3 more years, I think he's there. It won't be first ballot or anything, but he'll be in the Hall of Fame one day. And for him to show up like this, that goes a long way with a lot of people in that building. I don't know that building, but it doesn't matter. I've been in NFL buildings, and that's talked about. Those coaches, when they meet, they're talking about Cam being in the building, being at OTAs, being at things that he doesn't necessarily have to be at. And the players that aren't there, it's like you hold that against them. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You're going to hold that against them because they're not there. So for him to go out there, continue to be the guy that he's always been, and remember, you drafted someone in the second round as an edge rusher that he probably wants to mentor.
Yep.
Make the team better. Because he's over there as a Grizzly vet doing his job. He's had first-round picks on the other side, multiple now.
Peyton Turner, Marcus Davenport can't find the field.
No.
Too physical. And that's the other part. This ain't a kicker, folks. Like, he plays one of the most physical positions. He's not even a pure pass rusher. This is not put him in there on third down, let him go do some finesse moves to get to the quarterbacks. He plays every down, and he plays run defense. And he's in the trenches, grinding for over a decade, and he's not missed. It's so good that you pointed that out, Jake. In a world where Marcus Davenport and Peyton Turner exist, like, be extra thankful for someone like Cam Jordan.
Yeah. And now he's got Isaiah Foskey from Notre Dame that he's probably trying to mentor.
Yeah.
ESPN.com, and I put it in a couple of days ago. It was trying to pick out exactly like what each rookie would do, who would have the most rushing yards, passing yards, receiving yards, and it had who would have the most sacks, and Foskey was in the top 4 in that category. So, I mean, there's high expectations for him. Who better to learn from than Cam Jordan? And also, like, it's a position the Saints have been chasing for a long time.
Yep.
And to make matters even worse, the 2 guys that we're just talking about, and Davenport's no longer on the team, Peyton Turner, I don't even know. Like, they're trying to, like, see what he can do. Can you play inside some? I mean, when they drafted him.
Can you just be on the field?
Anywhere. Hell, can you cover a punt at this point?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So you go and you draft a guy that you think can give you that, and also, like, to make it worse again, like Trey Hendrickson's out there in Cincinnati balling. the last couple of years, and you decided not to pay him. You drafted these other guys, and so it's a position where you're continuing to search for somebody to give Cam some help.
Yep.
Think about if he had just a guy. It doesn't even have to be a dude on the other side. What that would free up for him.
I mean, I agree. And yet, I mean, this year it's going to be Carl Granderson. Which I hope Granderson does well.
Taylor points out they had Hendrickson for a while.
Yeah, if he had a guy like Trey Hendrickson still with him, I mean, imagine that.
And look how great it was, right? I mean, to Jake's point, I said, I know. What are you going to do?
Going back to Junior Gillette, too, the 2 years before he went crazy.
Yeah. That's true. Junior Gillette was putting up good stats opposite of Cam. That's one of the reasons why I'm hopeful for Brzee, right? Because that interior and exterior rush, that edge and interior, that it's a symbiotic relationship. One is good, the other is help, so maybe that helps out Cam a little bit as well. But again, I don't even care about Cam this year. The main thing I want to point out is just give this man his flowers, right? Because you are here in the twilight years of arguably the best Saint of this dominant era of Saints football. And honestly, I don't care about anything else about 2018. Like, the biggest crime is that Cam Jordan was denied a Super Bowl. And so I didn't read the piece, Taylor. Is that what they go into? They go because the headline you wrote is Cam Jordan went to Super Bowl, and that's what kicked this all off in my brain. Was me getting angry again that Cam Jordan was not given the opportunity to play for a Super Bowl.
And you nailed it because they go into Cam Jordan taking on that kind of grandfather mentoring role, but they also go into him saying, look, part of the reason I play so hard, I don't take plays off, I want to win a Super Bowl. That's one of the goals I have before my career's over. So, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what he's going for.
Yeah, keep in mind, he got drafted the year after the Saints won. So the very first offseason he was in the NFL, he had to see, everybody else get the rings, everybody else, get the fruits from the championship. That probably makes him want it even more.
Yeah. Well, doesn't that say even more about him? Because he's talking about wanting to win a championship. He's never demanded a trade. He's never set out and held out for more money. I mean, that's the ultimate team guy.
It's absurd. He is I'm sure you can appreciate, Jake, he is old school in that regard.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because his Cali attitude, you would think, like, if you were just go to based off personality, you'd make a lot of prejudgments about, he's probably pretty soft.
You always hate on California. That's right.
He doesn't seem very gritty or kind of football-y, and yet he is the ultimate football guy, the ultimate loyal guy. And at this point, I wouldn't even fault him if he wanted to go try to find his fortune elsewhere, but he continues to throw his lot in with us here in the 504. So shout out to you, Cam Jordan. Much love here from OTB, the greatest New Orleans Saint of the Peyton Breeze era.
He's from Arizona, by the way, not California. He went to college in California.
Yeah, west, out west.
Arizona's a little different from California.
The same thing in my mind. I like to paint with a broad brush. I don't want to actually get into nuance and details. That makes points harder to prove. So we're just gonna ignore facts that go away from the narrative we're trying to paint.
Okay. Quickly around the room, favorite Saint of all time, not
Cam
your
Jordan.
father.
Okay. If it's not Breeze, it's Reggie Bush. I think he was just electrifying, and I think he kind of breathed life into the franchise.
All right.
Deuce McAllister.
Ooh, I like that pick.
Like his hard running style. I appreciate a power back. I really do. I'm Deuce McAllister.
Yeah, as much as I want to say Pierre Thomas because he never gets talked about enough, I'm going to go Sam Mills.
P.T. Bruiser was beloved though in his time, for sure. But I agree. And maybe the tail, we don't mention him enough. But
no, he was a better running back for the Saints than Reggie Bush.
Statistically,
when you think about what his career did. Now Reggie Bush, it's hard, the oohs and the ahs. I completely get why Mario would say Reggie Bush.
No one,
but Pierre Thomas was a dog.
You know this better than anyone, Jake, but no one could run the screen like Pierre Thomas.
Yeah,
he's a screen god.
Yes.
I mean, watch that man navigate running behind a bunch of 300-pounders charging ahead of him, and nobody did it like the PT.
Man, Pierre and Jari Evans on the screen is like Karl Malone and Stockton on the pick and roll.
It's underappreciated.
They were so good together.
Somebody put together a highlight package of just Jari Evans lead blocking for Pierre Thomas on screen passes. I'll watch that, for sure. All right, when we get back, quick segment to close out hour number 1 here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
225-206-1517. 225-206-1517. That's a cell phone number for Thomas and Megan email, okay? You call that number, and they're going to answer. And then you're going to be like, hey, man, I need insurance help. You're going to give me a couple pieces of information. They're going to shop around no matter what it is. Business, home, auto, doesn't matter. Literal, no matter what it is. And all they're going to do is get you the best policy, best price. Put savings in front of your face. Join up with the team. Father-daughter team. Thomas and Megan email over there, Riverlands Insurance, 225-206-1517.
You can join up and call if you're anywhere in the state of Louisiana. We tell you every single day, right? It doesn't matter if you're in North Louisiana, South Louisiana, Alexandria, Lake Chuck, does not matter. Call Thomas today. You can call him right now. A lot of people have done that. They've called him during the live read, and he has helped them out. He'll help you out today as well. So give Thomas email a call, 225-206-1517, 225-206-1517.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Turn my music high, 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 yeah. You don't know what you're doing. Sure I do. I'm from the streets where the hood can swallow on me. Bullets will follow on me. There's so much that you could run the slalom. And cops comb this top to bottom. They say that we are prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. With personalities clashing, chrome meets chrome. Prices up and down like this Wall Street.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savannah office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savannah have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood.
Friday, lock of the week. Join me, Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff, live from Rufino's. Special time, 10 a.m. to noon on Fridays, lock of the week. Game time presented by Bet Rivers from Rufino's on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Neil McClellan says Pierre Thomas comes to mind when you say most underrated Saints player during Breeze here. The only reason why I just don't know about that is because Pierre Thomas was like truly beloved, and I think Cam Jordan is as well.
I don't remember that.
But
though.
I think that offensive
like beloved,
players,
but maybe not like
not nationally
touted.
celebrated.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Because I guess I'm coming from, at that point, Jake, you'd have been in the lead.
Yeah.
Right? So
we're the same age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you weren't like, I'm listening to these WWL broadcasts where everybody's just calling him Pierre Thomas and just like loving on Pierre Thomas and Lance Moore. So sometimes these offensive players just tend to get their roses a little bit more than the defensive players. But certainly nationally. Like, I guess maybe that's the weird part. Cam Jordan probably is... Not probably. I think gets more love nationally than like somebody like Pierre Thomas. I mean, but I guess he deserves it as well. Whatever. The point is Cam Jordan's a man, okay? In a day and age when everybody frustrates you by being soft and never being on the field, it's Cam Jordan's the opposite. Hour 2. It'll be a fun hour coming up next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Patient Plus Urgent Care, PatientPlusUC.com, and you will see the difference when you go to Patient Plus Urgent Care. There's locations littered throughout the city, and what's cool is they have this digital profile system. So once you go the first time and set it up, no matter where you go, you just touch a button on your phone and you're signed in. Walk-ins are always welcome, though you can go to PatientPlusUC.com and go ahead and schedule an appointment if you need. Get in, get better. If you need occupational medicine needs. You'll see this in Patient Plus's facilities and everything, but it's just they run a nicer and tighter ship than anyone else out there. So for all your OcMed needs, hit them up, and you'll say thank you, T-Bob, later. Patient Plus Surgery Care, PatientPlusUC.com.
Yeah, and there's obviously, not a situation where things like stitches are going to happen on a convenient time, but it doesn't matter. They're going to make it convenient for you because they have a location that's going to be convenient for you in the Baton Rouge area. So go ahead, go to the website, PatientPlusUC.com, get in and get better.
I drove myself to the ER, had heart surgery, and drove myself home 24 hours later, feeling fine. Starting running again after the procedure, I'm getting excited thinking about it. I had no pain, nothing. I felt great. And right then and there, I was like, oh my God, I'm back. I'm back. It's just amazing.
Oshner Health. Long live you.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $20,000 off new 22 Ram 1500 SCA trucks and incredible deals on all remaining 2022 inventory, all with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
All right, let's say ah.
Where'd my spotlight go?
Super weird, but we can take care of it.
Get in and get better at Patient Plus.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Hey, it's Matt Musso. Join me Monday through Friday for your daily update on LSU baseball with Musso at the Box, presented by New Orleans Flooring. Wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, and check out New Orleans Flooring. 2 locations, Metairie and Prairieville, or NOLAFlooring.com.
Bayou Ford has $15,000 off plus 0.9% APR for 60 months on all new 22 Ford F-150 SCA trucks and incredible deals on all remaining 2022 inventory, all with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
What's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco, voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine.
Good morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. on Friday, May 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 89. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Hello! Welcome in. Hour 2 of Off the Bench. It's Friday, guys. I make no promises from the show here on out. There will be some sports mixed in. Pat Mahomes has given us his top 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time. The Kelsey brothers say they like Thursday Night Football. And we're going to talk SEC scheduling in a little bit, as Jake has just informed me of something that infuriates me. But from here on out, chances are that things could get a little wonky. But I'm just giving you a heads up. We'll see.
Should we have that disclaimer before every show?
That's probably true. That's probably true. I guess I'm just losing any motivation to try to keep it on the rails at all. And if I find any juicy conversational nugget that I find to be interesting, I will exit the sports talk highway immediately and dive into it. I just haven't stumbled across anything that has caught my mind, except for Taylor pointing out that Cade Beloso looks exactly like modern-day Haley Joel Osment. I mean, look at that guy. Look at that. The picture of consistency for LSU in the lineup this year. Haley Joel Osment. You might have thought he was a dead person, but he came back to life this year and has become a crucial part of this LSU team that's currently on this run.
He's not dead. Bruce Willis was dead.
Yeah, no. It was a bad, I was trying. I'm spitballing here. It wasn't the best. Wasn't the best. I'm sure there's something, I
thought you were just talking about the state of his career.
Okay, what about this? Man, the way that Cade Beloso's been hitting the ball this year, are those balls dead? Because he sure is seeing them. That's pretty good. Right? Yeah, because he sure is seeing him. He's seeing, right? Huh?
I think you're onto something here.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, I'm not saying
onto something. I don't know that it's polished.
I'm not saying it absolutely needs to be tightened up. We need to,
that's the
we need to run
quintessential Haley Joel Osment movie. Like that's what you think of when he's in. Yeah, I like it.
We need to, we may need to sand down some edges here and there and everything. But I feel like seeing the balls, classic baseball term, seeing dead people were on. Good call though on Haley Joel and Cade Beloso. I never would have guessed. I was thinking more Belushi. Champ says keep swinging. Okay, look, man, we can try. Von Sponsorelli, that damn volume slide by Mario makes me laugh every damn time. I know it's that you're a real OTB fan if you realize that the intro is not just mixed poorly. That's Mario doing his live DJing and adjusting the volume slider to feel like he's at Coachella.
Arresto.
Arresto, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Speaking of dead balls, I see T-Bob is standing. That's right, boys. That's right. Little switch. I think I'm about to do some push-ups after this segment as well. I just texted my doctor, when can I start orgasming and when can I start working out again? Okay, so we are on the edge of getting back. Again, I do have to credit Dr. Cockrell, just a wonderful bedside manner last Friday, and I was very nervous. I actually have a video that I made myself before I went in the building, Jake, where I was starting to freak out a little bit, and I was talking to my future self. I haven't watched it again yet, though. Maybe we can play it on here if it's worth playing. But I'm not sure.
A little self-talk before you go into...
Basically, yes. I was just talking to my future self. I was like, look, I'm nervous as hell right now, man. I don't know about this, but, like, I hope it's worth it. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you feel like this is the right decision because we here. Mm-hmm. We out here. Yeah, go ahead.
Was that drug induced, or do you just do that to cope?
No, that was post Valium. So I don't know.
Okay.
I was freaking out a little bit, dude. Like I was having to hit some deep breaths as we were, getting prepped and ready, and they frame your testicles for a nice little like surgical setup. It's just an odd feeling all around. Like Daniel Basham said, well, we'll save that joke for later. Scott Dice, you must see that video. I don't know if it's that good. I mean, I haven't watched it since. We'll see. I see dead curveballs, said Ryan Bragg.
What?
I don't know.
Going back to the joke.
Yeah, I think mine was like I think we're moving the wrong direction with I see dead curveballs.
Way too baseball-y.
Yeah, there's something left. Okay, never mind. Okay, I brought this on. I apologize. Jake, anything to add on the testicular front before we get into SEC scheduling? How are yours doing? You feeling good?
I feel like mine have always done well.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? Their track record speaks
Yeah, I
for
mean,
themselves.
we're any day now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, if you see me darting out, we got a real situation brewing.
Cannot wait to get you a Girl Dad shirt.
Please don't.
Why? You're officially in the club now.
Yeah, but I also have 4 boys, and I don't single out.
So it's an interesting thing, right? Where is the
it shows
dividing
his
line
dad.
between having pride and making your whole identity this idea of girl dad or boy dad? But I get it. I mean, some people do take it too far, but I still get it.
I don't, and I know people that take it too far.
Daniel
Just get
Basham.
dad. To be girl dad, boy dad, dad.
Daniel Basham says, I see dead air with these jokes. Okay, relax. That's fair.
That's even you. That's good.
That is really good.
That's good.
He also had a pretty good joke earlier where he said, I'm currently practicing load management, which
That's good too.
even though I don't like the practice of load management, yes, I am. And it's very tough. And I hate it. I hate it on the field. I hate it in my personal life. I just want to be able to play, I just want to go out there and leave it all on the field or in the toilet and then just move on with my day. Jake, speaking of going in the toilet, it sounds like the SEC is currently going out of their way to just ruin everything. Why, and where are you getting and telling me that all of a sudden that the 8-game SEC schedule is making a comeback?
I promise you there's no show in America that can transition from ball talk to football talk like we just did.
right.
So well done, T-Bob. Yeah, support for the 9-game model is dwindling as the SEC gathers for spring meetings next week in Destin, and this is very troublesome. This is upsetting. This is not something that I can get behind, and apparently Nick Saban is one of the people that wants to stay with 8 SEC games and not move to 9. I want to move to 9. I think a lot of people want to move to 9. Schedule balance needs to happen. You need to balance the schedule because not only for the things we laid out yesterday and how long it is between trips in the SEC and how long you go between playing Kentucky in 2007 in Lexington to 2021 and playing them in Lexington, but also just to even it out a little bit, right? I mean, when you start talking about permanent opponents, there's some schools that are, what's Ole Miss? Vanderbilt? Okay, and LSU's Florida. Now, I love LSU Florida, but I'm saying like there needs to be a balance amongst the 16 teams. That's right, you're adding 2 teams and you're going to stay at 8. That makes 0 sense to me. And so apparently, and here's the word, at least 5 SEC schools entering spring meetings are opposing a switch from 8 conference games to 9 when Oklahoma and Texas join the league in 2024. Now, remember, Texas and Oklahoma, for the first time, will have representatives in Destin for the SEC spring meetings. They cannot vote on anything, but they are going to be there in attendance, probably giving you what they would like to see happen in the SEC since they're going to be a member, but they do not have voting power. So 5 schools, and here's my 5 guesses on who this is. Mizzou, Kentucky, Vandy, Alabama, and Mississippi State. That's my 5 guesses. And Mississippi State, I didn't mean to throw you in there, but I couldn't think of somebody else that would oppose it. So you just got thrown in there.
South Carolina could maybe oppose it.
I don't know.
I mean, I like Beamer, but I don't think Arnett. Like we don't know. I don't know enough about Arnett to say that he would be like. We know where Kentucky and Mizzou stand, but I feel like it's any of those middle of the pack teams that could potentially be that fifth team. But let's focus on the big guy. What the hell, Nick? Like, what? Why? You're Alabama. You just put together a record class. You win national championships. You win SEC championships. Play 9 games. It's better for every. Has Nick Saban gone soft, Jake? That's the question.
I don't know why he wouldn't want to do it.
He's out here complaining about their permanent opponents when Brian Kelly and Kirby Smart are out here very clear. It's like, no, we want to play the best. Like doing the things you're supposed to answer, right? He's out here complaining about the permanent opponents. That would actually maybe be one of the reasons why he wants to go to 8, Jake. Because he knows if they go to 8, he'll get one permanent opponent. It'll be Auburn, and then he'll rotate through everybody else. He feels like it's so unfair getting Auburn and Tennessee and LSU. Get the hell out of here, Nick. You've gone soft, dude.
But do remember, one of the things that they're talking about, it wouldn't be the way that we know it now. So if they stayed at 8 games, it would be an 8-game format with 1 permanent rival and then 7 rotating.
Yeah.
So it would change a little bit, but for me,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think he would maybe do it, because he doesn't want to play those 3.
So for me, I will take either model more than what we currently have.
Sure.
But also take away the directional school game, add another SEC game, because once the playoff expands to 12, you don't have to be as perfect as you think you have to be now.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, you can have a loss, and that still, could be something on your resume. If you go to Athens and it's a 21-17 game and you had to play at the end, like, I almost feel like that's going to be viewed not as a positive, but you're not going to be a negative check mark because of that. So,
to be clear, I don't really care if it's a 9th SEC game, Jake. I just loathe more and more each year these pointless go through the motion games.
Yeah.
Like they just do nothing for anyone. Literal nothing for anyone. Actually, that's not true. That's true. They are good family games, okay? It's a great time to take out. But again, is that worth it, right? But it is a nice time. It's like the
young
easiest
family
day.
games.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because my boys now,
they don't
13, 11, 10-year-olds, they don't want to go to those games.
Hell no. That's a very good point. So the one people that it maybe is a win for is the kind of niche market. Okay, I want to bring my young kids to games. I want to be chill. I want to be able to leave at halftime. Like, that's all well and good. And if you want to have 1 or 2 of those, fine. So even, Jake, if you go 8-game SC schedule, but require them to schedule a second Power 5 opponent as well, so you're still talking about 10 games, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as well. So my deal is not even as much about, like, the 3 permanent versus the 1 permanent, though I think 9 SEC is clearly superior, but I just want good games. I want the elimination of cupcake games as we move into the new era of college football. And this is just so defeating. Now, what is interesting about this, though, Jake, you know what this means? Something that I've thought about a lot. Is Greg Sankey more powerful than Nick Saban? Because they're going to go toe-to-toe on this. Because Greg Sankey clearly wants 9 games. And if Nick Saban does not want 9, well, somebody's going to have to end up winning that battle.
Yeah, I think Sankey. Greg Sankey's the
more
most
powerful now?
I think he's the most powerful person in college football.
Damn.
Does anybody,
the only person that I would say would have been like maybe Nick or maybe Kirby now. But it just felt like Nick was kind of the czar for a while there.
Yes, but Greg Sankey's the most powerful person, and he's earned that.
Yeah.
Certainly now, look at what Kevin Warren left the Big Ten with, right? A TV deal that wasn't even done. Promising games to come
done,
promising games to networks that he could not promise. He did not have the authority. So Greg Sankey. I did text someone and getting this back. So 7 schools actually are in favor of going to 9 games, but we do know some of the schools that have opposed it. You were actually right, T-Bob. I guess the Mississippi State guess wasn't bad either. So Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi State, and South Carolina are the teams to add with Alabama.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I apologize to Vandy and Mizzou. You were not on the list. Mississippi State was.
A little
Alabama.
grit from Vandy and Mizzou. Vandy, I was about to say Vandy shouldn't really care, right? They're kind of like, hey, guys, We're just happy to be here anyway.
Yeah.
You want to talk baseball? We can talk baseball. You want to talk Schollies or something? But
so Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Alabama.
And that I understand it from the middle of the pack teams. I don't understand it from Alabama.
I knew this. I knew.
It's the height of
I knew this
cowardice.
from Kentucky. Kentucky during the SEC only COVID year, they struggled. They struggled a little bit, and they've got some games like Louisville that mean a lot to them as well. And do you play that game if you have a 9-game SEC schedule? Does Florida play Florida State if you have a 9-game SEC schedule? So there are things that I can understand you having some questions about. And if you stay with 8 games and you rotate it and you only have one permanent opponent, I can get behind that more than currently staying where we're at. But I love SEC games. I don't like the rent-a-win.
Yeah. I
think the rent-a-win is dumb. I know the other schools get money for it and it helps their athletic program. I know that. Sorry, though. Like, I want to see more SEC football.
I'm not even going to craft an exciting matchup, okay? But if you tell me I have the choice between LSU McNeese or LSU Mizzou, I mean, come on. What are we talking about here, guys?
Yeah.
From a spectator standpoint, which is what drives all of this, from a TV revenue standpoint, it's just also obvious. I think, and again, if we do land at 8, it is just an unreal win for political machinations, overthinking things, letting the minority dictate. It's almost if 8-game schedule is to win, it almost feels like gerrymandering, but like in sports, like letting a minority of people dictate the path simply because they used some of the levers of control to be able to do so.
Yeah, and it's not our job to keep FCS programs above budget. That sounds harsh.
Yeah, I know it sucks. Yeah,
it does, because there's a lot here in the state of Louisiana in the Southland Conference that we love. We love having their coaches on. We root for them when they're not playing LSU. But that's not LSU and the SEC's job. Now, the one permanent opponent, that's very interesting, because you have some schools that would tell you beyond a shadow of doubt they have 2 true rivals that they have to play every single year. Look at Auburn and Alabama.
I mean, Auburn is definitely...
Auburn has to play Georgia. Yeah. Alabama has to play Tennessee. And by God, they have to play each other.
I wonder about the Alabama-Tennessee one, but certainly
Auburn,
Georgia,
people.
Auburn. I know I'm off base here. I know I'm off base, and I'm probably like people who are like, I wonder about LSU, Florida, and everything. But yes, Auburn's the ultimate example. I mean, Auburn, Georgia's the literal, South's oldest rivalry, right? And then, Georgia, Florida's the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. And then Auburn, Alabama's the Iron Bowl. So, yeah, they need potentially.
Georgia would stay with Florida. Alabama and Auburn, obviously. You're going to keep Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Yep.
Are you looking at Texas A&M, LSU?
Yeah, probably.
Because Texas and Oklahoma probably going to stick with each other.
Yeah.
Mizzou, Arkansas
I don't
going
want
to
to
stick
play
with
this
each other.
game. It makes me mad that we're even talking about an 8-game schedule right now.
Well, I mean, look, I had Brandon Marcello on off campus. I don't even know what day it is today. I think it was Wednesday. And when he said it, there was like a 3 or 4 second pause with me just looking at Ben Hartsock in the Zoom, shaking my head. Because I knew that they said, hey, there's 2 models. They've said this for a couple of months now. And it was one of the models, but I heard nothing but 9-game from everybody that I talked to. And now you have 5 schools that are going the opposite direction. And what do Texas and Oklahoma want? They don't have a vote here at the spring meetings, but they can certainly influence.
Good point.
They're going to be there.
They're going to lobby.
Sark's going to be there. The ADs are both going to be there. Brent Venables will be in Destin next week.
Maybe you should.
I've got Sark. I think Sark's the first interview I have.
No, I was going to say just threaten
something.
Threaten to beat the hell out of Nick. Just be like, hey, coach, just like buck at him a little bit. Like, sup, dude, you getting soft, dude? See what happens. You think he'd
what if I ask Coach Saban, do you getting soft?
I think Alabama would probably win a natty. So don't actually do that. But do buck at him. Duck if you buck, Nick.
This is the best event in my opinion to cover, because you get coaches, and it's all the football coaches, all the men's and women's basketball coaches that are there in Destin, athletic directors as well. And it's the rare time that you get people like that in a setting where they don't have a game on the horizon. Right? Games are still so far away that you get like the actual human being.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
And so it's a lot of fun. And you can get some information from them that you're not going to get in Nashville later this summer.
You should call him Steve Fartkesian, but do like a Tom Hart thing and act like you accidentally did it. Like Steve Sarkisian, welcome back.
You think Tom did that on purpose?
No. That was a definite accident. The best is that, though. So I knew he had turned the clock back. I was not expecting him to accidentally combine back and clock and then take that foible to the even next level by adding a black in there. That was the real great part of that slip for sure. Should we be intimidated by this image that I was just sent?
I saw that making the rounds yesterday.
Auburn and my in-laws came to town last week, and they drive through Auburn to get here, and they actually stopped to this. Auburn now has a Bucky's. Only SEC school, the Bucky's. You're raising your hands like it's not a big deal, Mario, but have you ever been to Bucky's?
You know who's getting one?
Rustin. Hell yeah, I know. Have you ever been to Bucky's?
I've been to Bucky's. I don't see the hype. I think we've had this talk before.
That's actually shocking for Mario.
I don't understand.
It's
how
just
you
a
could
Circle
step
K, but bigger and with showers.
Okay. Let's go to break. We'll hash this out because we're already gone very long, and this needs to probably be unpacked a little bit. More OTB coming up next. Keep it locked. Hit the like button if you're watching on 104.5 ESPN. More OTB next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance shops, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most
in for live play-by-play of the SEC baseball tournament, starting with the quarterfinals Friday night at 6, then the semifinals Saturday at noon, and the championship game Sunday afternoon at 2, right here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Just got the text from Doc. All systems go, boys. Countdown, baby. Before we get done with the show.
Before you finish, you got to finish the show.
And then I finish?
Yep. That was the point.
Okay.
Yep.
Somebody asked Doug Peterson one time about Carson Wentz having a premature explosion, and he started cracking up laughing on the spot.
Yeah. God, Carson Wentz, what a weird career. Seemed like he was going to be so good and then just continued to be kind of like just bad.
It's the premature explosion.
Yeah, it's true.
He really did.
You're right. His career, his career was a premature explosion.
You don't understand how hard it is year in and year out to be really, really good in the NFL.
I'm not. Look, I know. When I say an NFL player is bad, it is obviously relative to what was expected of him in the NFL. If you make a roster for a single year, you're an incredible football player. I'm not. So I am not saying that. But I mean, Carson Wentz played at an MVP level for the beginning of that Super Bowl run that Nick Foles finished off.
I wouldn't even necessarily say anything about what you said. I'm just saying year in and year out, if you don't put in the work, and I'm not saying he didn't, but if you don't put in the work, if you don't continue to better yourself, if you don't continue to self-scout, they scout you, certainly if you're one of the 32 quarterbacks, they are scouting you all the time to try to come up with a plan to stop you, to confuse you. And if you don't do those things, if you don't each and every year attack it with the same force, man, you're going to get exposed.
Yeah.
And then your skills start to go a little bit as you get older.
Yeah.
And it's just a vicious cycle. I don't think I appreciated it when I was in the NFL, exactly like what it takes to be like vested in the NFL. Like you kind of just,
it's insane.
You take it for granted a little bit, but it's like, man, you see guys that are really good football players that last 2 years, 3 years, maybe 4 years, like Trent Richardson not getting vested in the NFL.
Insanity.
Think about that. He's a game short. He played 3 years and 2 games. He's a game short of being vested in the NFL. He does not get the benefits that a vested veteran in the NFL gets. He was the number 3 overall pick, one of the better college running backs that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Right? And I interviewed Joshua Perry yesterday. I was like, man, Joshua Perry, and he's crushing the broadcasting game, by the way, but he's a 4th-round pick by the Chargers from Ohio State. He's a damn good football player, and he played, I think, a year and a half. It's like that guy was really, really good. So you never know how someone is going to have their career go, and it's just to stay up there, to stay fighting. And I was talking about it with a bunch of my old teammates at Norsdale last weekend. It's something that you don't appreciate in the moment that you're like 4, 5, 6 years in. But it's hard year in and year out to continue. That's why you tip your cap to a Phillip Rivers, Troy Aikman that was there, a Michael Irvin that was there, because not only did they do it,
or a Cam Jordan.
Okay, I didn't know where you were.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I mean, what? He's what, year 11 or 12 now for Cam?
It's incredible.
It's unbelievable. And he plays every play in every practice and every OTA and every voluntary workout. It actually, Jake, what you're saying does perfectly dovetail with our Cam Jordan conversation, because just, again, reinforces what Jake is talking about, how absurdly hard it is. And because Cam is so happy-go-lucky and chill and nice, he makes it look easy, but it is not easy. Look at these other guys that can't even find the field despite the fact they're being paid millions of dollars to do so. Shout out Cam Jordan, legend of the game. Shout out to all the homies who made it a few years of pro ball. It's just insane. You make
every time we have this conversation, we do it because it needs to be done. Shout out Al Woods.
Shout out Al Woods, 100%.
Still playing in the NFL.
Still holding it down.
He might end up being the longest tenured LSU pro. I don't know who has the record.
I'm trying to. Well, Whitworth's got to be up there for sure, right? But I'm just thinking about if you were to look at the. Now Al wasn't on. No, yeah. What if you looked at the 2007 championship team?
He's got to be the only one left.
He's got to be the longest tenured member of that team, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's which. How many people have had that on the bingo card? After 2007, when you got Glenn Dorsey, Tyson Jackson, Ollie Highsmith, Jake Hester, the list goes, early Doucette, the list, Matt Flynn, the list goes on. And yet it was Big Al who's still holding, Ricky Jean Francois, and yet it's still Big Al holding it down in the NFL.
This is year 13 for him.
Jeez.
And remember, the Saints drafted Al Woods in the 4th round in 2010 and cut him during training camp, and that man's went on a 13-year career after that.
How come Sean Payton never mentions that in his retirement press conference? All he did was talk about what's his name, the pass rusher that they missed on. That's now Ninkovich. He mentioned Ninkovich 4 times during that press conference. Hey, bro, you missed on Al Woods as well. Okay, relax.
13-year career after he got released in his first training camp as a draft choice. It's hard to get released as a 4th-round pick.
Yeah, that's true.
In training camp.
Now the Saints. Now, it's funny, though, right? Because the Saints, one of the things that really made the Peyton era early on is he was all about, if you are the better player, you will play, right? That was look at, who did Pierre Thomas beat out back then? He beat out a draft pick.
Antonio Pittman.
Yes. He beat out a draft pick, right? And so that's funny, though, because obviously the Saints thought we're being objective here. We're not just giving it to the guy. And sometimes you make the wrong choice. Sometimes you just have bad scouting. Shout out Al Woods.
He just signed with the New York Jets.
Hell yeah. Gonna get a Super Bowl now. Good. With Aaron Rodgers, dude. Sauce Gardner.
The rookie of the year?
Yeah. Who's the other rookie? Garrett Wilson.
There you go.
Garrett Wilson.
Or Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Backup quarterback.
Wait, did y'all see Zach Wilson's brother?
His brother.
Zach Wilson's brother. So, of course, Zach Wilson went to BYU. Right? We all know that. Of course he did. That's where he became the 2nd overall pick or whatever. His little brother, Isaac, just committed to Utah. He committed to the other side of a rivalry known as the Holy War. In a way, Isaac Wilson just declared jihad against Zach. I don't know. It is some true biblical levels. Who is it Isaac and Ishmael? Who in the Bible end up going against each other, and now people are like, oh, that's why we've got Islam and Christianity. That's essentially Isaac Wilson. Oh, wow, Isaac was right there in front of me the entire time. Isaac just did the same thing, but on the Mormon front, basically creating a divide within the Mormon community that I'm not sure the church will ever recover from. When you go to get indoctrinated in the Church of Latter-day Saints, the first thing they ask you is, are you Zach or Isaac? And then, a lot of judgments are going to be made based on what you answer.
You don't have to be a Mormon to play for Utah.
What? You don't?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
just BYU, I believe, right?
BYU.
Yeah,
you do have to be Mormon to play for BYU.
Actually, I don't know. There's no way Jim McMahon.
Well, okay, but I think Jim McMahon claimed Mormonism. Well, I'm not saying you have to practice, right? Yes. Jim McMahon obviously was not a very strict Mormon, but I do think he claimed it.
Well, for that matter, do you have to be Catholic to play at Notre Dame? Because I don't know that either. I don't think so.
No. Hell no.
So you had to follow a strict honor code, which I guess is derived from Mormonism, but it says BYU athletics is open-minded and accepting of anyone, regardless of what their faith is. But you'll still get in trouble, like if you get your girlfriend pregnant.
Yeah, remember there was the basketball player that did something. Could he not play in was it the West Coast Conference tournament or the NCAA tournament?
He got suspended. I think it was the NCAA.
Bro, I think he got suspended from the NCAA tournament for having sex with his girlfriend.
Yeah. So, like, the honor code is strict, but you don't technically have to be Mormon.
That's strict, T-Bob, and I see what you're saying, but he knew that when he went to BYU.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I mean,
it's kind of on him. Like, don't go to BYU.
Ask Taysom Hill.
You are
not wrong.
You are not technically wrong, but at the same time, he's not the only guy having sex at BYU.
I get it, but he got caught.
He's not the only. How do you get caught for that?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What did the RA burst up in there? Hey!
There have been cases of guys.
What are these noise? Ah!
There have been cases of guys taking drug tests and borrowing the urine from their girlfriend, and then their drug test tells them they're pregnant, and they get popped that way.
Well,
I always love stories like that.
Let he who hasn't borrowed a little pee here or there cast the first stone.
As long as it doesn't say you're pregnant.
True. That's how you're gonna get caught.
God, that was. I didn't make that mistake.
I just think about an RA walking in the room and then just tearing their shirt off because they can't believe that people are having sex. No! Just weeping and gnashing of teeth, just distraught. They bring it to the AD. They're like, oh my God, this piece of trash. That's why you're just supposed to soak when you're at BYU, kids. Okay? Look it up. But not on work Wi-Fi. When we get back, more OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I'm sorry, y'all. My internet's down, so I have no idea what chat is saying. CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552. CentralPlumbing.org, CentralPlumbing.org, CentralPlumbing.org. When you overthink it, what do? You do not overthink it. Okay? I'm trying to think of a joke. BY Poo? Central Plumbing is there for you. Whatever. It's 925-8552. You already know. Central Plumbing, 24/7 emergency service, flat rate pricing, 50 years of experience. They're the best.
They are the best, and they certainly can come in an emergency, but that's not the only services that they offer over at Central Plumbing. If you're looking to upgrade your home or business, they can come in. For your home, whatever you need done. For your business, don't worry. If you have a large business, they can come in. You'll see the full fleet right there on the homepage of the website. They can handle anything that you need in that remodel. CentralPlumbing.org, 225-925-8552.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hello, Samantha, dear, I hope you're feeling fine. And it won't be long until I'm with you all the time. But until then, I spend my money up and down on my last dime. Come on, in Baton Rouge. I'm ready, what you put me on through. Gotta send my love down the
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, That's there for you at front to back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front to back boat service.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door.
Charles Hannegriff joined me and Jimmy out for our new show, Live at Lunch, starting 11 a.m. on Memorial Day.
Can't shake this guy. Live at lunch, 11 to 1.
Sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Lord, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Lord, thank you for sunshine.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
You know, in our relationships, Jake, we need somebody who's going to even us out, right? Who's going to fix our foibles. It's like the fourth time I said foibles today. And I was very pleased to learn that Mario's significant other has texted him that saying that Bucky's is just a giant Circle K is grounds for a breakup. There's at least someone sensible in the relationship.
Apparently. I get it. I guess it's a little better than Circle K, but
a little better. I mean, come on. And I like Circle K. I have great memories of Circle K, okay?
I mean, this is not a hate on Circle K.
But it's just saying, like, they are not the same. They are not the same.
There's tiers. There's tiers to gas stations.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, fearless idea.
I mean, Loves and Pilots, like they're
great.
They're right
They're
under
kind of
Bucky's.
in between. Yeah, they're like in between.
Racetracks are solid.
Racetracks are very solid. Very underrated. Did not know that until I had one by my house. You can get soft serve yogurt at a racetrack. Didn't know it.
You know what's always a good sign? If the gas station is made of bricks. Have you all noticed
like
this?
the columns where you're pumping gas or brick, it's nice.
Well, that's like really nice. That's when you're probably getting into like a country club gas
There's
station.
a racetrack they just put at Jubin. At the big Jubin crossing area, it has the brick columns.
There you go.
But for Jubin, for us out there, that's a big deal.
All about the brick and mortar, guys.
If the actual building is made of bricks, it's probably going to be a pretty good gas station. But yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, like Kate Voisin came in here and made a great point, an underrated point. Floor to ceiling stalls, Jake.
Huge.
What a great flex.
I don't even
feel so much more private.
I don't even use the restroom like that in public.
Oh, really? Not even like at a Bucky's?
No, I mean nowhere. Like
nowhere.
Nah.
What?
No.
Ever?
Ever.
So what do you do?
Just wait.
You hold it. I do too. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
Maybe if I really have to go and it's like a top of the line rest area, maybe, but that's like extreme circumstances.
Would you go in a Bucky's?
Oh yeah.
Emergency like fight or flight, but no, like not unless it's emergency. No.
So have you ever been in like a nasty emergency situation? No. Really? Your whole life?
No,
wow.
Not my whole life. No.
Congrats. That's some self-control. The teammate.
Look, y'all know, y'all make fun of me because of, I shower multiple times a day. Y'all make fun of me a lot, and this is another one of those things that's kind of in that same vein.
I am right there with you on this one, though. Right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, it just seems like so tough.
You're like you don't have that option.
No, I was gonna say I don't even think it's a choice for me.
It's not.
I don't think.
I've known you long enough. It's not an option for you.
No, not at all. It's a foregone conclusion. So this is a distraction T-Bob was hoping for us. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of where I knew this hour and kind of wanted this hour to.
Hey, but we talked 20 minutes of sports.
I mean, we did, dude. We gave you a lot of good 8 versus 9 talk. And technically, the Mormon thing is a sports story. It's the Isaac Zach Wilson Holy War, the Jihad of the Mormons, the great battle of our times. We got Rivs Huey coming in to bring champagne, so I'm sure that we're going to get back on the rails then. Pat Mahomes came up with his top 5 quarterbacks of all time, Jake. Let's break it down next here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. The read so nice we do it twice because we love All-Star, and All-Star loves the show, and All-Star supports the show, okay? We all get it, man. We're all feeling it right now a little bit. It's tough out there, but All-Star's there for you. You need a new vehicle. You need to maximize the value on your trade-in. If you need to sell your vehicle, well, they want it. And then you want to turn right around. You want to get a great deal on a new car, maybe a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get warranty coverage. Maybe you want to lease, whatever it is. It's all there for you off of Airline Highway. They got the best selection, the best staff, the best. They are the best. And they support OTB. So if you support OTB, go check out All-Star. See what they can offer you. All-Star Toyota, Baton Rouge.
I mean, now really is the perfect time to check out the rentals. I know we talk about it year long, but now with so many vacations coming up, you got a holiday weekend coming up. If you don't have a vehicle that is big enough, maybe you've got a softball, volleyball, baseball tournament, you need extra room, go rent a Toyota today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
I drove myself to the ER, had heart surgery, and drove myself home 24 hours later, feeling fine. Starting running again after the procedure, I'm getting excited thinking about it. I had no pain, nothing. I felt great. And right then and there, I was like, oh my God, I'm back. I'm back. It's just amazing.
Oshner Health. Long live you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
$0 over MSRP at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. That's right. Don't pay over MSRP. There's no markups, no games. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
Turn my music high, 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 yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
Sure I do. I'm from the streets where the hood can swallow on me. Bullets will follow on me. There's so much that you can run the slalom. The cops comb this top to bottom. They say that we are prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. With personalities clashing, chrome meets chrome. Prices up and down like this Wall Street.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the...
Hanegraaff, join us for the Friday edition of Handy Time from Rufino's. We started with Jimmy Ott's game time at 10 a.m. Go all the way until 1 o'clock. Former LSU coach Dan Canterbury is with us, and we're talking SEC baseball. Handy Time, noon weekdays for one more day on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things alive. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
I like this remix, dude. Will you send this to me?
I got you.
It's a good one here, Mario. Welcome back. Closing on hour number 2 of OTB. About to start drinking some chance. To unlock the floodgates. Feeling good here on this Friday.
The damn walls are coming up.
That's right. About to go.
Like the actual dam, not like the curse word dam.
I'm looking forward to as well. Dance recital night. Little Therese.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that's exciting for you.
It was very fun last year. I mean,
is this Alice or Odie?
Alice.
Or both?
It's Alice. Odie's too young still. But like, I remember last year thinking like, oh my God, wait a second. You're telling me that they're like the last performance and I have to sit here for 3 hours? And then
and by 30 minutes in, T-Bob singing the songs and clapping and dancing.
So I was going to say, it actually just ended up being a spectacular night of dance. Like they put on a really good production. A very good production from all ages.
I can see you enjoying that.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Absolutely loved it. Spend a little night at the theater. So I'll be back.
Jordan Davis wants to know, why is T-Bob wearing my undershirt from the Army? That does look like a very Army issued. It looks great, though.
So comfy, dude. It's just a little Lulu tee. Does look at the color. I'm going through a bit of an Army color phase, though, where I'm just dealing with a lot of base greens and browns. I was going to say something about something.
Provocative. Very provocative.
Let's just go to Pat Mahomes. So Pat Mahomes gave us his top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And Jake, I think you're going to like this list because it starts
you know me.
with number 5, Dan Marino.
Dan the man.
Hell yeah. No rings, no problem. So Dan's in at 5. Joe Montana at 4. A little bit of a subtle shot to the ring chasing culture from Pat Mahomes there. He has Aaron Rodgers at 3, Peyton Manning at 2, and of course, the man who he is still chasing and did battle with for much of his early career, Tom Brady at number 1. I see no problem with the list.
No, I mean, you could argue it and you could throw different people in there, certainly, if you want to throw 4 or 5 and change it up at 3. No, like this list is a solid list. And to your point about ring chasers, like Dan Marino not getting a ring, everybody's kind of upset about that. But when you look at like pure passer, I mean, Dan Marino, the arm strength that he had, how quickly he got rid of the ball, which was what Mario and Taylor and I were talking about before the show. Won a lot of games. Unfortunately, didn't win that Super Bowl that he played in. But also, like, didn't have the best supporting cast, I would say. I mean, Mark Super Duper, stud player, shout out, Forkham. But, like, when you look at some of the players he had, like, name a running back that he had. Like, he had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from UCLA, but not the basketball version, the football version.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Mark Clayton's a really good player, but, like, he didn't have a Jerry Rice. He didn't have a Devontae Adams.
True.
He didn't have some of the players that some of these players on this list are going to have. Yeah.
Cheetah. I guess Duper was Cheetah for a while until what did Duper got caught up in the powder? In the yayo?
I think so.
Did South Beach get him in the early 80s?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, many a man and woman has fallen into the cocaine trap. Remember our guy Dan Henderson?
Yeah.
The coach. that we were talking about. Now the run game coordinator.
Yeah,
of the San Francisco 49ers.
I'll be the homer in the group, I guess. Dan Marino is a legend, all-time great. Drew Brees is better, in my opinion. He has the stats. He has a championship. He joined a franchise that had one playoff victory in 40 years and made them title relevant. He should be on the list instead of Marino.
Pretty good point. Also, there's maybe no big.
I mean, you have a lot of people that would argue. A lot of people. I mean, Drew Brees is certainly going to be one of those names. Like Drew Brees, kind of the same as Aaron Rodgers, won Super Bowl.
No great weapons for Drew, though. The problem is Drew didn't get an MVP, which sucks.
Super Bowl MVP.
Resume, but he did get a Super Bowl MVP.
I'm sure Marino would.
But I'm saying, if we're talking about overcoming a lack of weapons, it's not like Drew Brees has ever had like a Jerry Rice or anything. No, he's had very good players. I'm not disparaging anybody here, but he never had, even Michael Thomas looked like maybe he was that guy, and then everything's gone awry.
Also, like a list of most talented and a list of most accomplished. Like there's a lot of different ways that you could form this argument.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Elway's still
John
out
Elway,
there.
certainly 2 Super Bowls and as talented as almost
He played
anybody.
for like 17 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Champagne exec.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bone.
Bayou Ford has $15,000 off plus 0.9% APR for 60 months on all new 22 Ford F-150 SCA trucks and incredible deals on all remaining 2022 inventory. All with Bayou's 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
In the game of life, we want to catch heart disease before it strikes. See a cardiologist at Cardiovascular Institute of the South to keep your heart safe. Find a CIS clinic near you at www.cardio.com.
Insurance companies often discourage people from getting an attorney. If I can't get you more, even after our fee, then you owe us nothing, not even our costs. I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA 21 12670. Offices in Baton Rouge.
WNXX, Jackson, KNXX, Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on Friday, May 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 89. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. OTBOT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Oh! Anything is possible, including coming back from being down 3-0. Oh, Mario. How are we feeling?
Not today.
Not today.
Not today, KG.
Rich, you're kind of an ancillary Larry Bird fan. Are you excited for the Celtics? For your C's?
Yeah, but like I'm not a Celtics fan.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. That's what I was
Well, I
asking.
mean, yeah. I feel like you can like.
She likes
like,
the hick from French Lick.
Yeah, I like Larry Bird's vibe. I'm not necessarily like a Celtics fan.
I like Larry Bird's old mustache.
It was an interesting. It was a blonde mustache, which
Yes.
you don't see a lot of.
The pitcher from Arkansas yesterday, he was dealing, but he had a mustache that, as Holden Mayo would say, you couldn't find with a search warrant.
Well, but it was the same, it was
It
the
was
same
blonde.
deal. It was blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he
Blonde
also had
mustache.
those-
Why is it that blonde mustaches look weird?
Because they
Those blondes, they're the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
Wait, have you ever had a mustache?
You can't see it. It looks bad. And then,
Oh,
then
I
I
was
get
like,
a
you have
little-
one now?
I thought you
Wait,
had one right now.
No,
What?
then,
No, I don't
then a
see
little
it.
bit of red comes in. So like
Oh,
I
you're that
shave
kind
a
of
lot.
blonde. You're
I
that
shave
kind
a
of
lot
blonde.
because I don't want like a red beard. So like I rarely have facial hair.
Dude, you should definitely do a red beard. That'd be so sick.
Yeah,
No.
the red beard.
Actually, now that I'm looking at you very intently, Taylor, you look kind of like a Lego man, and I don't mean
A
that
Lego
like,
man.
I, don't
I
mean that
think he means that as a
disrespectfully.
compliment.
Yeah, I mean that like
What you
I mean
mean?
that as just like
Like a kin
you kind of
type,
have like a
like
perfect face.
Yeah.
Yes, like it's symmetrical. You got blue eyes, blonde hair. It's angular, like nice cheekbones, like a nice little petite nose that
The
comes
beard
to a
doesn't look
point.
good on it, man.
I
doesn't
can
look
see
good
that.
on
I
it.
can see that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have like a very like Rivers is saying a very like a kin almost type of face. No, a blonde mustache looks bad though because it blends in the skin.
That's true. It's
So
like,
it's like so you're like I think there's something there, and then your brain does it. It's like
when you have to look at a mustache, any mustache too long, you're kind of like.
Even
I
though
don't know. Hayden Travinsky's looks
Oh,
like he
God.
needs to have that
they
mustache.
call that's
Oh,
a
yeah?
daddy stash. Okay, I call you see that, and my instinct is to call Hayden daddy. That thing is.
Well, he
that
has
thing
like the
is
Doc Holliday.
intense.
He has the mustache with
Yeah.
the soul patch.
It is the Doc Holliday. It's exactly what it is. In vino veritas. I was going to say, the only other thing I'll say on the picture from Arkansas yesterday, he had beautiful hair. We talking about Hagen Smith
Both
here?
of them.
Yeah,
Both of them had some good lettuce.
just those long, blonde,
Yeah.
curly, flowing locks.
Yeah, looking at it right there on the SEC screen. Not him.
Yeah, I was
The
like, that
next
guy
to
has
him.
no hair.
Guy next to him. That guy looks like every
Lower fin.
baseball player in the SEC of all time.
That's that loser who got to get the hit after the catcher interference yesterday. Oh well. Again, I don't care. Just beat A&M. I don't really care, but I kind of care.
But you hate it.
I don't
just
care,
hate
but I
A&M.
care the absolute most.
Well, okay, so this is what's
T-Bob
weird.
just hates A&M.
This is what's
Yeah.
weird. It means, again, the result means nothing. Like, I don't care if they were to lose to any other team. But
Yeah.
I really don't want A&M to move into the semifinals, beating LSU and eliminating them. Not after football season and everything. It would just be annoying.
Mississippi State beat A&M. You can beat A&M.
Well, we didn't beat
Mississippi State. Texas A&M.
Mississippi State cost LSU a regular season SEC title.
I don't want to hear about costing people things.
Why?
All I needed was for you guys to beat Georgia.
To sweep, yeah.
To sweep. That's all I needed from you. I don't ask a lot from LSU. In fact, I almost ask nothing of you. I let you all walk around making fun of me, calling me Moose State, and doing the cowbell jokes and like all the stuff. I let you do it. I let you do it. And you can't give me this one thing?
Well, you beat us 2 or 3. It's kind of your fault. Why should we do anything for you after that, dude? I mean, I don't know. It's not like we were exactly inclined to like you.
You also could have swept us.
I just needed this one win from you guys. The one time I need you to actually win.
Because y'all were playing really, really well. And who knows?
Then it was one of those,
crazier things have happened.
It was one of those things where once y'all like didn't sweep, we were kind of like, what are we even playing for at this point? You know, just. I'm like, go out there and Savannah Bananas it, you know? Like, is there a trick play you've always wanted to try? Let's do it. Let's do it. Who cares anymore?
I'm still just astounded. I was reading about the Bananas
Aren't
a
they
little
incredible,
bit the other day, and so now they're going on tour.
It's a great follow.
On the road. And
they're basically they're baseball Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
in case someone did not know what that was.
There's already, they're sold out everywhere. Tickets are waitlisted massively. But I was reading about it. It just seems so crazy. Because, yes, you say they're baseball Harlem Globetrotters. That's exactly what they are.
It's hard to do.
But that's not a concept that I thought could work now. Like, in a post-internet age, like, I'd always assumed that the Harlem Globetrotters worked. So it's like, what are we going to do today? I don't know. We could, like, listen to the radio or, like, flick bottle caps. They're like, dude, these dudes spin balls on their fingers. They're like, oh, okay, we got to go see him.
I mean, everybody in here's seen the Harlem Globetrotters, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's been to a show.
Those Savannah Bananas, though, I think
but Savannah Bananas are selling out. Like, they're like putting like real people in the seats.
Make more money than minor league players.
Yes.
Like for sure. But like, I mean, how mad would you be if you're just a grinding minor league player right now looking at the Savannah Bananas?
But can you tap dance? Because I saw that dude the other day. He had a daddy stash. He was so jacked. He had no sleeves on, and then he just starts tap dancing and right there in the box before the hit.
I think they work because we are in an age of the internet. Because they really
go viral.
Well, that's kind of how they took off. Like they've existed for a while, and I think TikTok really did it for them. Like they are all over my algorithm. Like which I don't know who that says about me, but you know.
You love
a lot of baseball tricksters. I don't know what that means.
I see them on Instagram all the time.
Yes, they are always doing the trends. They're all very good looking. They really are.
Yeah, the guy that did
they are performers.
It's a bunch of like
they're performers.
Probably former baseball players at a high level.
Yeah, but I'm wondering now. I had never considered that, but they're all good looking. Do you think that you have to be good looking to be a Savannah Banana?
I
know
that
they can't say that
in a TV show.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna. Yeah, you get to cast how you want to cast. Even though I want to say their salaries around 45 or 50. I just want to be painfully clear about this. Savannah Banana talent is about to start fighting for more money. I don't know when it's going to eventually come to light, but like there's going to be a battle eventually coming to a head. Even though right now they're probably telling the players, you're replaceable. Yeah. You can get another good-looking failed minor leaguer in here.
But I mean, can you? I mean, you kind of said you keep making the tap dancing joke, but like some of the stuff they do seems harder than just like regular baseball.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's a bit of a Renaissance man sort of
the dude's
setup.
doing pop lock and dropping and throwing a fastball.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is I was reading about them, and this guy and his wife back in 2016, I think it was, which again, I don't know why you would ever have this thought, decided that this would be a good idea. And so they sold everything. They went up to their eyeballs in debt, just buried themselves in debt to buy a minor league baseball team. And then we're like, we're going to do 2 hours. It's going to be family first. It's going to be fun, blah, blah, and then made it work.
That's incredible.
Right now, Ronnie Rance is listening to this thinking, come on, Rougarou. Hey, come on.
I will say this. Rougarou, fantastic time for the family.
I still haven't gone, and I want to. And they do a good job on social media, I feel like. And every time they post something, I'm like, oh, I should go do that. Like, it seems fun.
I'll be back at another Rougarou game sometime this year. It
just
is
don't get
fun.
beat up this time.
I still got to do some 225 pro wrestling. I owe that damn Russian bastard for that shameless attack on me when I was just trying to announce a Little League baseball team getting rings over Jake, which is very funny. They all wanted me to talk trash to Jake because their 5-year-olds got rings. And
yeah, well, you know what our 6-year-olds got? Rings.
Oh,
redemption story.
Rivers, where do you fall on the rings for Little League sports debate?
I mean, that just seems like more crap I'm going to have to throw away at my own house. So, like, no thanks. I mean, they're going to think that ring is cool for a couple days, and then it's going to end up in some sort of pile with all the other crap I got to throw away.
I mean, I agree. Like, for the tournament, like a weekend tournament, just get a medal. But for like the season long, I'm okay with it. Like right now, you couldn't pry that thing out of Memphis' hands.
Yeah.
He's got his football one and his baseball one next to each other.
I mean,
but
I have tons of trophies at my house, and I'm like, they all got thrown away. Like, I don't, you know, I guess that's what I mean is like eventually it's going to get
thrown away. The shelves in
away.
the office with them.
A ring, though? Okay,
I'll bring my trophy. Maybe I have a couple left. I'll bring you something.
In trophies defense, a ring is infinitely more storable and
That's
hold
true.
onable than like those cheap little
Yeah.
plastic like.
I know,
For
but
sure.
I gotta like that. I love those.
I do too.
Gotta love those plastic trophies with the guy, the
No, I
standard
feel you.
baseball.
Do you
stamp.
think do people still get trophies?
I don't see that anymore.
What's going on with the trophy industry? Can we check? Can we get
I see rings.
Can we get
and I see medals.
a thumb on the pulse of the trophy industry?
You know, the only
documentary
time
out there.
the only time I see them now are for fantasy football. People
Okay.
make them for fantasy football
Because
leagues.
they're pretty inexpensive. Like you can get those made pretty.
Can't imagine that I should be paying more than $1 for one of those. If you're buying in bulk,
I mean, that
you can pay more
feels
than
yeah.
if you're buying in bulk for a league,
I feel like
better
your
get
concept of
wholesale.
how much things cost.
Still got that marble bottom,
I was about to say,
T-Bob.
okay, I was about to say the one thing that's made me question is the marble bottom. But it's like Elmer glued on there. Like it falls off almost like the little nameplate falls off the little bottom immediately.
I still have in my office, shout out Coach Bobby. He's a loyal listener of the show. My USSSA 16 and under national championship trophy.
Oh, okay. That should definitely
Wait,
go
you
in the
won
office.
A national championship?
Yeah, we went to
6?
Oklahoma City and we won the World Series.
Look at that.
What?
A team from Louisiana.
Baseball?
Yeah, baseball.
Oof, a tale of two little league baseball players up here.
We actually beat it. The team we beat in the championship was from Cobb County, and the coach was so mad because they hadn't lost in like 4 years, and we were like a put together team of
How old were you?
a lot of different people. 16.
Okay, 16.
And he was so mad.
So that's like a
he was so mad that he walked home, or walked to the hotel. Did not take.
I was going to say,
a
he
car.
walked from Oklahoma City to Cobb County in Georgia?
Walked to their hotel, was so mad. It was a great memory.
Core memory.
John David Booty, USC quarterback, was
what
on that
position
team.
were you playing?
Center field.
One of my
So at 16.
Mhm.
So this wasn't high school though?
it was probably like
We were playing high school ball, but it was like
Travel-
a summer
It's
ball.
like- yeah, like
thing.
summer ball.
Okay,
yeah.
that's cool, man. I never knew that. I never knew you played baseball that late for some reason.
All the way through until my senior year when Coach Saban said no.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
One of
Coach
my,
Saban, soft. Hey, how about you let him play baseball? How about he play 9 games, you bum? Sorry.
one of my favorite stories is T-Bob. And I don't know how old you actually were, but that he tells, and maybe you've heard the story, is he's playing baseball. You know what I'm about to say?
I don't know.
He's like, there's so many. Where you're playing a baseball game and Bobby is in the outfield shirtless.
Oh, yeah. No. So when my old man got done playing.
Or wait, how old are you in this? I guess maybe I don't know.
Probably like 9.
Okay.
9 or 10. But when my old man got done playing, he took all of that, like all NFL players, right? He had this like, oh, wait, I've been obsessed and singularly focused on this thing for like 15 years. What do I do now? And so he put it into working out, right? And so he got shredded. I'm talking like cover of Men's Fitness, like 2% body fat, like shredded. And he would like to flaunt it. And so during my Little League baseball games, he hates talking to people. And so during the Little League games, instead of sitting with the other, like the stands are, behind the
with the
baselines
parents.
and everything, instead of sitting with the parents, in the outfield, there were these woods and there was like a little sewer cap right there. And he would sit on the sewer cap, shirtless, tanning while smoking a cigar and yelling at me, hey, hustle! And it just a cloud of smoke, very bronze, like an 8-pack. Just ignoring everyone else, just living his best post.
And T-Bob's just
post-life.
up there, just fighting for his life.
Yeah, just being a
know?
little chubby kid, thinking he's very fast, trying to run the bases, and not being very good at baseball at all.
So you
Good person.
probably about that time is probably where the uniform came on.
That was that Tigers team.
Okay, so one year, I don't know, several years ago, I don't even know what year because it happens every year, but LSU beats Mississippi State in baseball.
Yep.
And my punishment is that I have to wear a uniform, an LSU uniform, although we didn't have one, we couldn't find one, but T-Bob did have on hand his Little League baseball jersey.
Yeah.
And they were the Tigers. It was purple and gold, so I ended up having to, but it was like so strange because it really fit.
It fit
really
you perfectly, and I was like 9 or 10 years old. It's not the best feeling there. Brian Brax says, I think we need a Bobby Hebert story every Friday. Yeah, look, man, we will get more canon on here very, very soon.
Just like even if the canon could record the
Just
stories
know
he tells when you're sitting with him at dinner, and we could play them back.
I mean, I've heard
That'd
him
be
all
worth
1,000
it.
times.
It doesn't matter,
but
though.
He's so good at telling them that I still look forward to it. And it's like watching a movie with someone who's never watched the movie before. I look forward to hearing the stories that I know all the beats of, but like other people don't. So I get to sit there and like watch their reactions and everything.
I don't know if you know this, and I think I have told it on air, but so growing up, my great-grandmother is from New Orleans, or she's passed away now, but she was from New Orleans, and her name's Estelle. That's who I named my daughter after. Huge football fan, like huge Saints fan, just ride or die.
Yeah,
she is the reason that my dad is a Saints fan.
Yes.
Grew up, he would go visit her. They would just, every weekend, they watched the Saints. And her very favorite football player was Bobby Hebert.
Oh, yeah.
And so growing up, my dad loved Bobby because my great-grandmother loved Bobby, and, you know, he just loved her so much. And so now it's very funny that T.Y. was one of my best
it
friends.
all comes full circle, dude.
I know.
And
And then
then-
little Estelle is friends with Bobby's grandchildren. You know, it's just a very weird, small world.
That should have never, that's a very odd connective tissue to have worked out the way it did from Starkville to even Atlanta to New Orleans, all that sort of stuff. I'll be seeing the Cannon tonight. He'll be coming in for the dance recital.
It's like Cannon.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the dance recital? How are we feeling prep-wise?
Oh, I don't know.
That is not a good
love
face.
that.
That is...
Alice is not what I would call a listener.
Oh, okay.
Necessarily. I've been watching her dance practice for like 3 years now, and she literally does her own thing the entire time. Like does not pay any attention. She'll be sitting there like flipping her hair, spinning around, like practicing her own moves in the mirror.
There's something to be said for that.
As everyone else is doing their own thing.
I went and watched Alice play T-ball, coach, this year, and it was fun to watch her. She was playing pitcher, but this is coaching. This is on Jacob. I'm throwing it on Jacob. He put 2 pitchers there, so of course Alice is going to want to talk to her friend who's right next to her.
No, wait, there are 2 pitchers at the mound?
But you can put them anywhere.
Let's be clear.
You can put them anywhere.
The unicorn sliders, there are technically rules, but we were so bad that everybody just let us we were just let them let them just like stand wherever they want to stand. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, Jake saw it. They just sat there and threw their gloves up in the air, put it on their face, just talk the entire.
Not impressed, or what do we?
I
what
think
do you
it was
think?
coaching.
Oh, you think it was coaching?
I think it was coaching.
Head coaching.
Yeah, Jacob Dugas.
Yes, head coaching.
Head coaching. Okay.
What can an assistant coach really do?
I mean, T-Bob was sitting on the fence talking to me. I mean, he was really into the game.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, hey, lock in.
Shout out Coach Jacob
you,
for doing the season with the unicorn sliders.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, what kind of baseball dad are you? I'm curious. Like, you're just like, good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm just curious.
I don't think I will care.
I know it's T-ball, but I just didn't know.
There's T-ball baseball dads.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll
Believe you me.
care until maybe my kids really care.
Okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
But even
That
then,
tracks.
if I feel like they're too young, I'll probably be like, let's focus on like having fun, doing the right thing. And then eventually maybe around 11, 12, 13, we start to get a little more serious.
My dad was fully not that. He was like, I played first base and I pitched, and he would stand behind the catcher, and I could just see him every time I pitched, before every pitch, and he's just,
No, I hate
and I'm
that.
like, chill out, you're making it worse, you're making it worse, you're making it worse.
I remember in football, my dad used to do the water boy technique to me, where he would get me angry to the point of where I was crying, and then he would tell me to pretend like the guy across from me was him. And so I would just imagine his face on the D lineman and just go to town. It was great. It sounds unhealthy. It's actually not.
No, there's a lot of things that we do in football that might be unhealthy, but you need to do it. I mean,
I will say in my dad's defense, like criticism-wise or feedback-wise, he was pretty good at it. Like he'd wait till we got to the car, and he would just kind of be like, so, like he would just start giving me some, You
never want to start, whenever it starts with, how do you think you did today? That's when you're like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You want to say something, but you're putting the ball in my court to open you up to agree with me being like, I could have done this better. Yeah, I see. All right, when we get back, more OTB shenanigans this Friday. Let's have a good time. Drink your champagnes. We'll be back more off the bench.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play. with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The importance of doing this Fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the Fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a Fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
Hey, it's Hunt. I'm out on Friday, but Taylor Sharp's in the captain's chair. He'll talk Saints with Ross Jackson and go to Hoover to chat with Mark Etheridge on the SEC baseball tournament. See you on Tuesday. Hunt Palmer Show weekdays on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
OTB, OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Jake, Rivers, Mario, Taylor. Hanging out with you today.
Well, Danny is in Austin, which is why this shirt makes me think of Danny.
We all saw the stories. We know he's in Austin.
He's in Austin. He's doing, awesome things.
Doing Danny and
Are we going to ever say goodbye to Danny in some sort of dinner way? We're just going to do a birthday thing, a Danny thing.
It feels like no.
Is it because you're in charge? What's happening here?
No, it's just because every time I've proposed a date, there's always been a
What was it the week that...
There was like a Don Juan.
You're doing a lot of Matt Moscona things.
No,
is what's happening.
It was a lot of, because we always want to do it on Thursday, right? It's the best day
Yeah,
to
but
do
there
it.
was like for birthday, there was something. You couldn't do it that weekend, but you could do it Thursday. Flynn couldn't do it on Thursday, but he could do it the week, something.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But
So
you
we
know-
didn't even do Jake's birthday.
I know. That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No, we did.
Danny's
We missed the
goodbye
Danny
party.
thing. We missed the birthday thing.
Yeah. No, everybody's just been busy, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, I'm
man.
just sitting around my house ready for someone to invite me to something. So I am
you know
not.
what's going to end up happening?
Margs on a Thursday.
We're going to have to cater it, I guarantee, and Dane's going to have to come up here and sit in the office.
We could spend the night in the basement.
We do have a table. We do have a table big enough in our office to accommodate.
That's true.
Yeah, we're about to go have a little team meeting in there after today. I'm very excited. It feels
Look,
like the
I
opening
think
of the conference room.
I think we should just bring our sleeping bags up here. We should just sleep in the basement like we always said we're gonna, and we just have a party.
Well, we got to do that at Halloween, though. I'm not spending the night here if it's not Halloween.
Do you think the ghosts only come
Why did
out?
Mario just grin when y'all said that?
Because he's excited to do some ghost hunting.
Yeah, hope y'all are ready to fight that thing.
We should. I bet on Amazon or some sort of like black market we could find one of those like ghost meters.
Look, I talk a big game, but when push came to shove and I actually thought about spending the night here both times, I have gotten a little freaked out.
Wait, why do you want to spend the night here?
Taylor stayed the night
Wait, there's
here.
I've
ghosts.
stayed the night here multiple times.
There are
Yeah,
ghosts
for
here.
hurricane
Did you
coverage.
know that?
Not in the basement, but I stayed on that couch on the first floor lobby multiple times.
Do you know this
Did
used
you
to be a
have any ghost
hospital?
stuff? Yeah. Did you have any ghost stuff?
No.
Have you ever had any ghost stuff in your life?
No. And
Neither
I'm
have I.
not
This is
worried
the
about
deal.
it either.
This is the deal. The morgue was downstairs in the basement.
You gotta
That's
stay in
why
the
you got to
basement.
stay in the basement.
We're
But
going ghost hunting in the basement.
I will say, and I'm not a ghost person, whatever. I say that until like I'm in the basement, at 3 a.m. and there feels
See,
like
that's
ghosts.
how I am,
But
too.
I'm not a ghost person. But I will tell you, like when I worked here, I would get here really early. So I was here around 5 a.m. and I would go. The first thing I would do is go downstairs to the kitchen downstairs and get like ice and coffee and the whole deal.
Yeah.
And so I'd be down there by myself. No other humans are in this building. And I did have one moment where I was like walking out of the kitchen downstairs, walking down the hall to the door to open to the stairs. And there's like a glass square in the middle of the door. And I'm like walking towards it and I look up and I am not joking. I swear I saw something in the reflection behind me like move. Like I can see myself obviously, but then I feel like there's something. And that moment where you feel like just that jump scare moment. Like by myself, and I screamed so loud.
You actually physically screamed? Oh, wow.
Yes. I mean, I don't know what that would have done if something had actually been behind me. Turned around, nothing, and then I just ran upstairs. And I don't think I went
she
back.
hasn't been back since. No.
I was going to say, I think I spent a lot less time. I think I ended up just going to the kitchen for like the next like couple months on the first floor.
There are people who have had also very, hearing them tell it, the conviction in their voice. Whether or not you are a believer, there are people here who work here who believe that they have had very real ghost experiences.
I have not. And Ryan in the chat asked why I stayed in the basement.
I answered it for you. I said rent was due and he just didn't have it this month.
Exactly. No, I'm part of the hurricane coverage team, if you will. Me, Haldane, Hannegriff, Cade Wazan, all of us. Anytime there's a hurricane, and we had like 3 2 years ago, so I had to like stay the night here. We did like around the clock
I
coverage,
can
so that's why.
promise you Hanny ain't sleeping on that couch.
There is.
Oh, no,
I know
Hanny
Hanny
did not stay the night. But see,
he lives right up the road.
Well, and I live in Walker too, so it's like
So
I
you
got a
had
decent
to,
drive. If the road's closed or something, like I had to stay up here.
Hanny and I used to carpool to work when we were doing the show together because he had his hip deal and he couldn't drive, and so I'd go pick up Hanny and we'd carpool.
That's very sweet.
There is nothing that a Louisiana local radio station loves more than wall-to-wall hurricane coverage. I mean,
I hate it so much.
I'm just saying,
I hate
the
it so much.
bosses get hyped.
They do get hyped.
Oh my God, dude!
You start getting the emails like if it's a drop of rain.
And I'm being a little, flippant here because, granted, if you were like, because I used to work at WWL, right, and they would go really crazy, but they went through Katrina, right, and it was like so intense and so otherworldly. and they truly, everybody was this kind of guiding voice when you needed like information, all this stuff. So I'm not saying that there's not legitimate value there, but it is funny, like ever since then, like Louisiana radio stations, that's just your time to shine.
In any weather day, I had to come up here for the, remember the bad freeze we had a couple years ago, like all the roads were closed?
Yeah.
I was here for that. Yeah. And we had to do like coverage for that.
How long have you worked here?
That night though.
I was hoping so badly.
I started March of 2019.
Did you really?
I did. But I started with Brian on Talk.
Just
I've
been
only
in
been
the
on
shadows.
ESPN
You've
for
been
2
here.
years.
Yeah, you've been here. Yeah.
I mean, I know you've been here.
He was the thing that moved behind Rivers.
Probably. That's actually probably right.
It was me, yeah.
He was waking up.
I was waking up from storm coverage.
He was waking up and going to the bathroom. Rivers like, ah!
That's like the one day I used to, so when I would come in, I would come at 5 or whatever. I would go down to like get my stuff from the basement. I would go to the second floor in one of the like studios and try to like cut all the audio for the show, which the show used to be a lot more audio heavy. And so I'd have to like spend like an hour cutting audio. And
we played audio that one time.
And every single day I'd be like getting in a groove. I mean, and if you've ever cut audio before, it's like you just got to like dive in. And I was just like, getting in a groove. And then this guy, Jacob Hester, would walk in the room and kick me out every single day.
And I didn't know you well at that time, and you were not a fan of it.
No, I would always hang out.
SEC This Morning used to be at 6 Central. And so I was having to get here at 5:30, and I'd have to connect. I'd have to go into the control room, and they trusted me. I still don't know how I got it done, and I'd have to flip all the switches.
There's a lot of switches down there.
I know, to get on. And so, like, it was a process, and I'd have to interrupt the audio that was being cut. And so,
I mean, you're the best tech guy on the squad, though.
That's true.
To be honest. You're the one that sets it all up every time.
Okay, to be clear, I did set it up last time,
My bad,
and you turned it off that one time.
Well, it's kind of on you putting the
power
switch right by
near
my
your
foot.
near your chair where that you were leaning back in.
Exactly. That's what
when
I'm
was
saying.
that? Was that this year went out?
Yeah.
I just remember I walked away for 2 seconds to like go to the bathroom, and then I'm getting like frantic phone calls and like T-Bob.
Yeah.
You can't leave him alone for 2 seconds.
Ava Marzwana, remember when Hurricane Isaac happened and Dan Day and the Fish were doing Hurricane
Dan Day, yeah.
Whoa, I hadn't thought of Dan Day in a long time.
Dan Day left about the time I started.
Legend.
Yeah.
He was still here when I.
Was he? Okay, then maybe because I started before you.
I was December of 17.
Okay, whenever T-Bob started, I was like a month later. When did you start? Like you tell me.
I don't know. 16 or 17?
17. Or it had
Something
to be 16 though, because I was here for the 17 baseball season.
Yeah, there you go. Late 16.
Yeah, I was late 17. So
okay, yeah.
You're already.
I remember your party.
Yeah.
At Sullivan's. It was like your very first show.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did a show from Sullivan's. It was me, Flynn, Ronnie,
That's where I met
Hunt.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when we met.
Yeah. T-Bob, you're not there?
Nope, he was not.
So.
He was not there.
Foxhole guy. Big shocker.
I don't remember who else.
Jordy was there.
Yeah, we were.
Scone was there. Gordy was there. Flynn was there.
I had something to
Both
do.
Flynn's. Our boss and
I had a kid being born.
So were you the only one not there?
Yeah, I had a kid being born.
Really?
Remember? Yeah.
Do you?
In January of 18?
Yeah, somewhere around then.
No.
Somewhere around there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Couple months. It's fine.
I mean,
February,
my wife and family were there.
February.
Everybody
18,
was there.
It was
except
February
T-Bob.
18, so not the brag.
Okay, well,
I didn't
she
know
still
we were
wasn't.
gonna. I didn't know we were gonna end up doing a show together yet. I didn't even know I had to like you.
I was there.
I didn't know.
I'd never even met him before.
We were teammates. I didn't know I had to like you. We had already been on the field of battle together.
Did I say that out loud?
That was interesting. They had you all on that big stage at Sullivan's, which is funny. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, and it was different. It was different. We were nighttime radio, so which is always a little different. But your first ever show on a big move for me was at Sullivan's randomly.
Oh yeah,
kind of funny.
Get yourself a good steak and sports and some radio.
Ringside.
That's
what the place was called. Like the place where you did your show, that's called the Ringside Bar.
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I only know that because when I worked here, when I originally moved here, I worked for a law firm, and we would do a lot of like events there, and that was like the poppin' place.
You worked for a law firm?
Yeah, I did marketing for a law firm.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I did have a big girl job at one point, and
I am not the ultimate non-foxhole guy. That is not true. Just because I won't go murder someone because somebody says I need to, I'm not going to.
I don't even know what that means.
Yesterday, we were talking about The Town. You remember the Ben Affleck movie?
Yes.
So the coach of the Celtics, Joe Mazzulla, is obsessed. He watches it 4 times a week, apparently.
Feels like
a lot. I know.
Move.
I know. But there's this
How's he have that
line-
much time?
I don't know.
I think it's background.
background.
A time
right?
commitment.
But it's like, but there's a line where Ben Affleck shows up and he's like, "Hey, we got to hurt somebody. You can't ask me anything. You can't ever talk about it again." Blah blah. and Jeremy Renner says,
whose car are we taking?
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? What I'm saying is,
I know you send that a lot.
So what I'm saying is, though, that's not actually like two things. First off, it's okay to ask a couple questions. And you're still a foxhole guy, but okay, who, what, just give me a couple details. And after rewatching the scene last night, Jeremy Renner's just a psychopath. Anybody could have asked him to do violence, and he just wanted to do violence.
But how do you know that?
Yes.
It was his boy.
Because he ended up going out of his way to shoot the guy in both legs.
Yeah, because he wanted to make sure his boy was covered. He wanted to make
reason.
sure, regardless of what happens, you will not say a word and mess this up for my boy Ben Affleck.
Yeah, he did say, what'd you do? Yeah, he's like, what'd you do to get my boy so twisted up here?
Yeah.
No, Jeremy Renner's a psychopath.
Great movie.
When we get back, more to be.
You just hate Boston.
I do hate Boston. I love AccuTemp, though. AccuTemp of Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com. Why would I like Boston?
You ever been to Boston?
Boston's a great
I was going to say, have you ever been there?
I've been at Harvard parties, club parties.
Oh.
So
That's not
brag.
Is that real Boston? Like the true Boston, like
I've
Boston
eaten
grit, like
clam
actual
chowder.
Wait, so you're the
Boston
from Good Will Hunting. You've been hanging out with the guy, the terrible guy
With
from
the
the bar.
ponytail.
Yeah,
the long
ugh,
hair.
Gross.
Yeah, well,
That's one of my favorites.
Maybe you should read a book sometime.
No.
You should read AccuTemp of Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com. Where? Right now, you head over all your AC heating electrical needs. The reviews are awesome, man. Just look it up if you don't believe me. Service to the highest degree is not just a tagline. They live that. But right now, if you want a whole home generator, we talk about storms and everything, you want a whole home generator, you get $1,000 off when you work at AccuTemp. You also get free full home surge protection thrown in. So you ain't got to worry about ever losing any of your valuable electronics to some electrical naturey BS. AccuTemp of Baton Rouge. AccuTempBR.com.
Can't believe you like Ponytail Guy.
I don't actually like Ponytail Guy. What are you talking
That's one of my favorite scenes from the movie.
Yeah. That's not the best scene in that movie. The best
but
scene in that
it's
movie,
one of my favorite scenes because how many times just in your life has someone just been an a-hole to you and you're like, can you say that? Can I even say it if I'm abbreviating?
No. You can say a-hole. You cannot say, you can say ass, but you
can't
throw
put
a
it
hole
with
on there, you get in trouble.
Okay. How many times has that happened to you and then you've just wanted to just throw it in their face that you are cooler or better or no more or whatever it is that the thing that's happening.
Yeah.
And then you just feel so vindicated. Everyone has had that moment in their life.
Well, it never happens because I come
and you
up
just
with
walk away and you're just like,
yeah, shout out Ariana Grande. We talked about this yesterday.
oh, did we? What happened?
Okay, let's go to break. And we'll get back. We can bring this back up. But we are getting a little, let's go to break and then we get back. Mark can explain about Ariana Grande to Rivers.
OTB, OT. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Hello, Samantha, dear, I hope you're feeling fine. And it won't be long until I'm with you all the time. But until then, I spend my money up right down on my last dime. Come home in Baton Rouge. I'm ready, what you put me on through. Gotta send my love down the
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm out on vacation. Musso in the big chair. Terrio in as well. Join us 3 to 6. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing to have loved and I've lost. That's not what I see. So look what I got. Look what you taught me. Yeah, for that I say thank you.
OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Shout out to our queen, Ariana.
Yeah, okay. So I'm excited to hear about this.
Yeah, Mario, explain to Rivers your newfound appreciation for Ariana Grande.
Yeah, so similar to what you were saying in the last segment, you know, sometimes in this life, people don't always believe in you. You know, people that you know are less deserving may get opportunities that you feel should be yours, right?
Okay.
So late 2000s, Nickelodeon, they were trying to do the Disney thing, right? Like develop pop stars, give them a sitcom, give them a record deal, turn them into the next Hilary Duff kind of thing, right? Ariana Grande was a minor character on a show called Victorious.
I remember that.
Yes, and
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
you remember Victorious? I do not remember.
Nickelodeon
I didn't
was
watch it, but I remember it.
trying like hell to push the main character, which was Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
But Ariana Grande knew, you know, she was more talented, and to show people that she could sing and get the exposure Nick wouldn't give her, she started singing song covers and posting it to her own YouTube page. And that's how she got popular. She got her own record deal, left Nickelodeon. She went on to be an international superstar.
Yeah.
And I made it a Jimmy Butler thing, you know, Victoria Justice over me. But it kind of goes with what you were saying.
I mean, so that I did not know all of that information. I knew some of it. I knew the Victoria Justice thing. I didn't know that she did the covers, but that actually checks out because I mean, you can, if you Google Ariana Grande, most of the things that pop up on YouTube will be her covering other musicians, other artists, and it is incredible.
Yes.
I mean, Whitney, like Mariah.
Yeah.
She is Britney. I mean, she can sing, and I mean, I know there might be people who don't like this, but I don't know. She can sing better than a lot of those women. I mean, like that is what they are known for is their big voices. I mean, she's incredible. So.
No, she's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the other moral of that story is that Ariana and Jimmy Butler, like, winning
I love
did
Jimmy
it.
Butler so much.
I know they like win and did it.
Yeah.
Like yes, people doubted them, but then they sat there and said, okay, well, I'm just gonna go strike out on my own, and they ended up proving everybody wrong. I guess I always just
I guess because
what if you strike out and you fail?
all of this is
That's the other
happening.
story.
Like I'm getting so many Jimmy Butler clips on my TikTok, and because everyone's just talking about him. And man, that guy is a content goldmine. I mean, like there's him singing Vanessa Carlton. There's him doing all sorts of just funny, like relatable things, and you're like, man, I really like you. I just really like you, and yeah, it feels good to be able to do that to people, to be able to like feel vindicated.
I hope they win. I don't want Boston to win. I hope they win. And to be clear, I don't like Boston not because I don't like the city of Boston. That's kind of whatever. I don't care. I don't like Boston because they're a sports town that has everything.
Yeah.
And they still act like they're the cursed Red Sox who just
Isn't
can't
that
get
okay to
across
have
the
grit
finish
even
line.
though you're at the top?
You can't have grit if you're at the top. It's literally the thing that has doomed all empires throughout history. Wooden clogs on the way up, silk slippers on the way down. You get used to those championships, you lose your edge. Now Boston fans, like, if the Patriots, like...
You tell me Georgia doesn't have grit?
Not for long. They still want to eat off the floor now. Will they still in a couple of years? I mean, has that not gotten into even Alabama? During certain times, during this Saban...
I didn't say Alabama.
It's never just like Saban's gotten it back, lost it, got it back, lost it during this run. But, eventually people are going to start sniffing their own farts, and then what made them great in the first place, they can't keep up anymore.
Why would they want to do that, though?
I'm not judging. I think everybody has a certain attraction.
Do you think that's always the case?
To their own flatulence?
No, like you have the grit, you get to the top, and then you lose it?
Yeah.
What about Tom Brady?
It's a good point.
Tom Brady had so much grit that he was like, I don't need Belichick. I'm going to go to the Buccaneers. Super Bowl first year. I mean, that dude's drive is
Led the league in
incredible.
passing even
he was
the
at the
next
top
year.
for 20 years.
To Taylor's point, there are going to be exceptions to
I was
every
gonna say,
rule.
yeah.
And I guess Tom would be one of those exceptions. But no, man, it's hard. If you're going to create a dynasty, it is hard to stay hungry in the same way that got you there in the first place. That is a human truth.
No, I see what you said. We were talking about Kyle Lowry earlier in the show. You know, someone like that. Like, he's on the back end of his career. He's already got his ring, like, whatever. Like, I see what you're saying.
I mean, dude, just look at, again, like, throughout history, you see it time and time again where some, like, hard scrabble group of people ends up taking over because they've been eating, like, beef jerky and living off the land, and so they've created these super tough super soldiers. Then they take over, and what do? They get fat and happy. And they start eating roasted duck and lamb and capers. And next thing you know, they're replaced or assimilated.
The capers did them in.
Can't do capers. I love capers, actually.
Two capers.
Fantastic, dude. I love lox.
The hell? What's a caper?
It's a little, I think it's like a little
It's
salty,
a salty
pea.
Yeah, it's a salty pea.
I like how Taylor came in.
It is.
He was like, we talking about capers?
I'm surprised. I didn't think lox would be big in the LP. But who knows?
I mean, I travel. I've been to other places.
Look, I don't know, man.
Look,
It's not like
he's
I've
been to
never-
Nashville, and you've never been to Nashville. He's going in a couple weeks.
I just got back from Aruba. That place is crawling with capers.
Okay. I don't think, is that true? I don't think it's
Well, they're Italian restaurant. You get the chicken piccata, the capers on top.
I think that
You're making a lot of judgments of
I know.
Taylor over there.
You are.
What?
You've been doing a
Just
lot of
assuming
Taylor
that.
judging.
Just a couple
T-Bob
LP
acts like I'm like scared to leave the combines of like Livingston Parish.
It's just a
Like,
couple LP jokes. What are you going to do?
I appreciate them because most of them are warranted.
Well, I mean, it's not even just LP. We have a distinct lack of Jewish presence here in Baton Rouge, like in general. Like where's the Jewish delicatessen? Where can I go get legitimately made challah bread? Like nowhere, and that disappoints me greatly.
I did not expect that to be where we.
Well,
where we
I'm
landed.
not Jewish.
know what challah
My
bread is.
stepfather's Jewish, so I can speak on this.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
What's challah bread?
Challah? It's
Stop saying it like that.
He just wants
Well,
to
that's how
say.
you're supposed to say it. Thank you. It is this incredibly doughy, delicious bread, but I like it because you make French toast with it. The best French toast you'll possibly have. You get challah at the grocery store and everything, right? But I want to be able to challah at a great
Challah girl.
legitimate Jewish delicatessen, right? I need a challah for some challah, and I can't. I'm losing.
You should open up a deli.
I don't think it would be, but others might think it would be problematic for a non-blood
I know, but
Jewish person.
you said no.
I know. I don't think it's problematic, but others might stand in judgment.
Have you all ever watched? I know we probably need to go to break.
We
But
definitely need to go to break.
Okay, well we can get a break.
All right, we'll be back. We'll wrap up OTB next.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Turn my music high, 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 yeah. You don't know what you're doing. Sure I do. I'm from the streets where the hood can swallow on me. Bullets will follow on me. There's so much that you could run the slalom. And cops comb this top to bottom. They say that we are prone to violence, but it's home sweet home. With personalities clashing, chrome meets chrome. Prices up and down like this Wall Street.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
When is a taco more than just a taco? When it's Government Taco. Voted best tacos 3 years in a row by 225 Magazine, Government Taco puts the most delicious spin on tacos the capital area has ever seen. With creative combinations like the Magna Carrot, the Filibuster, or the Steak of the Union. Plus perfect tortilla chips paired with the best salsa and queso you've ever had. And happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and all day on Thursday. Government Taco, 5621 Government Street.
Hey there, little buddy. What's the matter?
What's the matter? My windows, siding, and my door. That's what's the matter.
Relief Windows can fix all of that. I got you. Pop, pop. What's up?
Oh my gosh, look!
Curb appeal. That's a good-looking neighborhood. ReliefWindows.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's heating up. Your boat's getting ready to come out and spend all summer on the water. It's time to take your boat to the next level with front-to-back boat service, where if you want an incredible custom speaker install, it's going to blow people away in the water, that's there for you. You want an HD sonar where you can see the fish under the water before you cast, beat all your friends, that's there for you at front-to-back boat service. So don't put it off. We got the parts in right now. Get them now before they go back on back order. Front-to-back boat service.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong.
Friday, lock of the week. Join me, Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff, live from Rufino. Special time, 10 a.m. to noon on Fridays, lock of the week. Game time presented by Bet Rivers from Rufino's on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Oh, Tier Series bring you back means it's the weekend, folks. Soon remind you, go to Rejuve Me Medical, Restore Me, Refuel Me, Rejuve Me. You want to feel younger, better, stronger? Check out Rejuve Me now in Shreveport. Also here at Baton Rouge, Slidell, Metairie, they are the absolute best. Rejuve Me Medical, Restore Me, Refuel Me, Rejuve Me. Go get your labs or get that free consultation. See how nice you can feel.
Actually heard a success story from the Shreveport location.
Oh yeah, what we got?
Yeah, actually went in because they heard it here and went in and got some things checked out and actually helped them a bunch.
That's awesome. More often
actually,
than not.
saved
real health
them
problems.
a little
yes,
bit.
real
Yeah.
literal lives have been saved. That's not an exaggeration. As mentioned, brought by Cold Coors Light, Fizzy Hard Seltzer, and Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Sweet. What's your favorite flavor? Topo Chico. Just normal.
Yeah, normal.
I don't like
Yeah.
I guess they have
I don't like
other flavors. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know.
I never had another flavor. It's lemon lime. Or wait, what's the regular flavor though? It's like lime or lemon.
No, I think it's just a sparkling water.
Oh, okay.
And then you can have lemon
Got
water.
it.
I don't like water.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Did Bilbo's child really try to breastfeed when he met T-Bob? Funny. But yes, and it was hurtful.
It's
Hashtag
a
Ask the
reflex.
Bench.
It's a reflex.
Favorite brand of tortilla chip?
Oof, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh wait, what's the
What are
one?
these NOLA ones?
No, what's the one in the Santi? Wait, in the yellow bag.
I don't know. On
No,
the
no.
border does have
I
good
think
chips.
there's a
That's
lot
not
of
the one
yellow
I'm thinking
bags.
of.
I also buy some in a yellow bag. But they're called like NOLAs.
They had if you can find the old Doritos taco flavored chips. Oof, those are so
Oh yeah.
Ask the Bench, chunky or smooth salsa? Chunky.
chunky.
I'm a
Chunky.
smooth. I'm a smooth.
Chunky. All the chunks.
Ask the Bench, will Jake and T-Bob get each other's corn star names tattooed on each other?
Sure.
Oh yeah. Dude, what does mine say? Teacup.
Yeah, what's your
Mine's
corn star
Husker.
name going to be, though?
Teacup.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
Teacup and Husker.
Husker, that's right. Yeah.
Bridge,
Teacup
do you
and
want to
Husker.
join the Corn Hub?
I want a better name than that though.
Okay, those are both great
Those
names.
are fire.
Yeah. We'll be back Tuesday, y'all. Have a great week.
OTB, OT.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety